Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counter-Spy.
Classic Radio Theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet.
Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
More Westerns on this Friday with an episode of the Lux Radio Theater in Old Oklahoma, starring Roy Rogers and Martha Scott. Roy Rogers taking the place of John Wayne. Have Gun Will Travel, starring John Dehner. We'll also have Frontier Town, starring Reed Hadley. And yes, we'll have a quarter hour with Fibber McGee and Molly. That's all coming up, and I hope that you paraskebidecritatphobiats are not upset, because it is a Friday the 13th, 72nd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 293 days remaining. William Herschel discovered the planet Uranus on this date in 1781. It is Uranus. Yes, I'm not going to say the other because you'll start uncontrollably giggling. The federal government forbade all Union Army officers from returning fugitive slaves on this date in 1862, thus effectively annulling the Fugitive Slave Law of 1850 and setting the stage for the Emancipation Proclamation. The Confederate States of America reluctantly agreed to the use of African American troops on this date in 1865 because they were running out of white folk. The news of the discovery of Pluto telegraphed to Harvard College Observatory on this date in 1930. It would be, almost a century later. Well, not quite a century later. 70, 80 years later, that they would discover Pluto wasn't a planet, or they would change the definition so that it wasn't. Banks in the U.S. began to reopen on this date in 1933 after the presidentially mandated bank holiday. The FBI arrested Jimmy Hoffa, charged him with bribery in 1957. And in 1961, President Kennedy welcomed Latin American leaders to the White House to call for economic cooperation.
I have called on all people of the hemisphere to join in a new alliance for progress, Alianza para Progreso. A vast cooperative effort, unparalleled in magnitude and nobility of purpose, to satisfy the basic needs of the American people for homes, work, and land, health, and schools, techo, trabajo, y tierra, salud y escuela.
The effort had mixed and limited results. Was on this date in 1964, a young woman, Kitty Genovese, murdered in front of multiple witnesses who all failed to help her in an incident which not only shocked the world, but prompted investigations into the bystander effect. It was on this date in 1965, President Johnson discussed the riots in Selma, and he discussed a conversation he had with the state's governor.
I met today with Governor Wallace of Alabama to discuss very thoroughly the situation that exists in that state. The governor expressed his concern that the demonstrations which have taken place are a threat to the peace and security of the people of Alabama. I expressed my own concern about the need for remedying those grievances which lead to the demonstrations by people who feel their rights have been denied.
Later in the press conference, President Johnson affirmed the right of people to peacefully protest, but agreed that people do not have the right to yell fire in a crowded theater. Justice Department announced on this date in 1991 that Exxon agreed to pay $1 billion for the cleanup of the Exxon Valdez oil spill in Alaska. That would be over $2.3 billion today. Warren Beatty and Annette Bening tied the knot on this date in 1992 after meeting and starring in the motion picture Bugsy.
The way you were staring at me, I thought you were going to ask me for something a little more exciting.
Like what?
Use your imagination.
I'm using it.
Let me know when you're finished.
After the movie wrap, Bening got pregnant with the couple's first child. born January 8th of 1992, and they married on this date 2 months later. Pope Francis elected in the papal conclave on this date in 2013 as the 266th Pope of the Catholic Church.
Buonasera.
Francis would pass away in April of 2025. Passings on this date in history, the 23rd President of the United States. Can you remember who that was? Come back to him in a moment. This was also the passing away on this date, Susan B. Anthony, remembered on dollar coins all across America. Clarence Darrow, Maureen Stapleton, also Press Your Luck host Peter Tomarken. Pro wrestler, better known to most of us of my age as a manager, Arnold Skoland. Also pro wrestler Test. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, the pro boxer, and actor William Hurt. 23rd President, now that you've counted on your fingers, toes, and made a second round, Benjamin Harrison, passing away on this date in 1901. Birthdays on this date include Prime Minister of the UK, Earl Grey, First Lady Abigail Fillmore, also Sammy Kaye, the wonderful musician, Swing and Sway with Sammy Kaye, the founder of Scientology and science fiction author L. Ron Hubbard, mad cartoonist Al Jaffe, Neil Sedaka, who passed away a few weeks ago at the age of 86, Scat Man John Larkin, good scat singer, passing away born on this date, and Rerun, Fred Berry, all born on this date in history. They are now performing on an entirely different stage.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
The 92nd birthday of Donald Duck. Yes, this is Donald Duck's birthday. William H. Macy, the actor, 76 today.
Brainerd.
Yeah. Home Paul Bunyan, Babe the Blue Ox.
Babe the Blue Ox.
With Frances McDormand in Fargo. William H. Macy, 76 today. She won an Emmy for the television show China Beach. Also, she was in Body of Proof and The Hand of God. Dana Delaney, 70 today. From X-Files and the Sons of Anarchy, Annabeth Gish is 55. From That 70s Show, a fellow who's been in a bit of trouble lately, Danny Masterson, 50 years old. From Shameless and Twilight, Noel Fisher is 42. And from Into the Wild, Emil Hirsch is 41.
Is there anybody here? Guess not!
From Into the Wild, Emil Hirsch, 41. Those some of the people born on the 13th day of March. And if this happens to be your birthday...
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
I mentioned Danny Masterson's trouble. We also want to pray for Danny's wife. She's awaiting a kidney transplant, and that is not pleasant. So we wish them all the best. We really do. Alrighty, we have talked a lot about Professor B's Digestive Aid, how you use 2 simple ingredients in Professor B's Digestive Aid to deal with all the chemicals and all the other stuff that gives you temporary relief. Professor B's Digestive Aid can give you long-lasting relief and get you off of a lot of the junk that you're taking to help your gut. So check it out. Go to profbees.com, promo code Wyatt. That is profbees.com, promo code Wyatt. And if you use the promo code Wyatt, you'll not only save 10%, you will also be supporting this podcast. Check it out if you have gut issues. Professor B's Digestive Aid, profbees.com. Up next, the Lux Radio Theater presentation of In Old Oklahoma.
Daily, the broadcasts of Radio Free Europe and Radio Free Asia strike through the Iron Curtain, bringing the truth about the free world to the captive peoples behind it. Help send a message by giving to the 1952 Crusade for Freedom.
John Wayne and Martha Scott were in the original production of In Oklahoma. In this episode, the John Wayne role is being played by Roy Rogers, another great Western star. So let's go back to March 13th, 1944, 82 years ago today, for the Lux Radio Theater.
Lux presents Hollywood. The Lux Radio Theater brings you Roy Rogers, Martha Scott, and Albert Decker in Old Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, your producer, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. First, there was prairie and roving bands of the Plains Indians. Then there were white men, and the plain was broken by the plow. And then one day, a trickle of oil came from the earth, and strange wooden towers rose across the land. The black gold gushed from the ground, and from all over America, men raced to get their share. So it was in every place where they found the black gold. And so it was in Oklahoma, in the days when men made fortunes overnight and fought at the drop of a hat. Republic Pictures made a roaring screen drama on the subject, and we've chosen it as tonight's play. It's called In Old Oklahoma, and the picture was based on the Thompson Burtis story, War of the Wildcats. You'll hear Martha Scott and Albert Decker from the picture cast, plus a young man who makes his first appearance in the Lux Radio Theater tonight, Roy Rogers, the king of the cowboys. Roy sings a mighty sweet song in his pictures, and his pictures play a mighty sweet tune at the box office. They tell me this kind of play is very popular with the boys on the fighting fronts. We've also discovered, by way of the female route, that Lux toilet soap is popular out there, too. Perhaps, like me, you've often wondered what baggage a paratrooper carries when he jumps behind enemy lines. And that's about the biggest adventure any man can embark on. Well, I have a V-mail note here, signed by 3 of the lads who wear the paratroop wings. And they say that the night they jumped in Sicily, they all had a cake of Lux in their toilet kits. And that certainly is a spectacular way for Lux toilet soap to arrive on the island of Sicily. And it's quite possible they're hearing tonight's play over there. So we'll raise the curtain on the first act of In Old Oklahoma, starring Roy Rogers as Dan Summers, Martha Scott as Kathy, and Albert Decker as Jim Gardner.
It's oil. Oklahoma's floating it. I heard of a fellow that made $78,000 off in 2 acres of oil land.
We got a chance to be millionaires. This here oil boom makes a land rush look like a little casino. Oil.
It's 1906, and a train jammed with workers bound for Oklahoma's fabulous new oil fields comes to a reluctant stop at the tiny town of Claiborne. A solitary passenger waits at the station, surrounded by a half-dozen red-faced women and a single woe-begone young man.
Now, Mother. Now, ladies, please. Just for 1 second, Mother. Ladies, will you kindly shut up? Now, Kathy, you don't have to leave Claiborne. Please don't go.
Let go of my hand, Walter. I'm going to miss the train.
But you can live all this down.
I don't want to live it down. I just want to live.
Kathy, tell them you'll never write another book. Tell them you're sorry and they'll forgive you.
But I'm not sorry. I'm glad.
But, Kathy, if you leave Claiborne, we can't get married.
Married? I forbid it. No woman who writes such novels will ever call me mother. You...
Jezebel's the word, Mrs. Ames, but don't worry. I'm leaving Claiborne for good.
We're running you out of town.
I'm leaving of my own free will. I'll live as I choose and I'll write as I choose. For the first time in my life, I'll be free. Goodbye.
But you can't do this, Kathy. Oh, Kathy!
on in.
What? Oh, well, where am I?
This is my private car, little lady.
Oh, paintings and books. So beautiful.
I should say you are.
Excuse me, I'll get right out.
But there isn't a seat on the train, nor any other ladies.
But somewhere there's sure to be a gentleman.
Frankly, I doubt it. You see, this is an oil train. We're going to my oil fields at Sepulpa. That kind of work needs tough men, and that's just what those cars up ahead are filled with.
Oh.
So why don't you sit down here and be comfortable?
Why, you must be Mr. James E. Gardner.
That's right. And while I don't know your name, I know you're an author, and that you're going to be free.
Oh, you heard?
Pretty hard not to hear. Is that your book you're carrying?
Yes.
A Woman Dares by Catherine Allen.
Uh-huh.
Catherine Allen. Now, let's see. Catherine? No. Katie? Oh, you don't look like a Katie. Let me see now. Kitten. Yes, that's it, kitten.
Kitten?
A baby wildcat. Fits you perfectly. And now that you've agreed to share my private car, I'll start collecting the payment. One little kiss.
Oh!
Now, why on earth did you slap me?
Why does a woman usually slap a man?
You are a wildcat.
Not nearly as wild as you apparently think, Mr. James E. Gardner. Oh, I'm not a Jezebel. I'm not even a good imitation of one. I'm a school teacher.
A school teacher?
And if you don't stop laughing, I'll slap your face again.
I'm sorry. Where are you bound for, kitten?
Kansas City, so I can experience some of the things I've been writing about. So people can't say school teacher the way you just did.
Look, I'm sorry. Now, come on, give me a chance to square myself. You know, kitten, you can't learn about life in Kansas City. You should come to Sepulpa. I'll show you more in 5 minutes than you can see in Kansas City in 10 years.
I simply don't know what to make of you. Well, I just...
Oh, excuse me. I guess I should have knocked.
What is this, cowboy? A holdup?
Yeah, for a seat, mister.
This is a private car.
I know, but I'm awful tired.
Cherokee!
If you're calling for your engine bodyguard, he's up ahead playing poker. You see, mister, my horse died under me about 10 miles out of Claiborne, and I figured by now I've carried this saddle just about long enough.
And look, Mr. Gardner, he's an ex-soldier.
Oh, you noticed the pants?
It's your duty as a citizen, Mr. Gardner, to let him sit down.
I guess you're right, kitten. Sit down. Where are you going?
You know, that's the very question I was arguing out with my horse just before he died. Where you bound for, miss?
Kansas City?
Always wanted to go to Kansas City. I guess maybe that's where I am going. Oh, is that a box lunch over there?
That's right.
Anybody mind?
No, go right ahead.
Well, you folks just pick up where you left off, and I'll just get off over here in the corner with this cold turkey.
Well, kitten, shall we take his advice? Yes. If you really want to live, you mustn't be afraid to take a chance. Just remember to leap first and look afterward.
That's what happened to my horse. He broke his neck.
As you were saying, Mr. Gardner.
Yes. Well, take my town, for example, Sepulpa. It used to be just a dust-covered prairie with nothing but...
Oh, boy. Hey, you're going to have to excuse me, folks. It's this here book, A Woman Dares.
What's so funny about that book?
Well, listen to this. They kissed, and the sun and the moon and the stars reeled around us. Silliest thing I ever heard.
An author is entitled to poetic license.
Ain't nobody entitled to run that hog wild. Now let's see. It says, and so Julia realized she now stood at the crossroads.
Julie.
Yes, ma'am. Which way shall she turn? One road leads to John and dull security, and the other to Roger Hale and exciting adventure.
Oh, he's ruining it.
Read it to yourself, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, I've known plenty of women, kitten, but I've never wanted to ask any of them what I've asked you. Get off at Sepulpa with me. If my hunch is right, you'll never be sorry.
Mr. Gardner, you've known me for exactly 2 hours and 10 minutes.
And if my hunch is wrong, there's always another train to Kansas City.
Oh, but I couldn't.
Why not? Aren't you Catherine Allen, the novelist?
Well, yes, but... Well, if someone were with me... Alone, I couldn't think of it.
Boy, I just can't stand any more of this here book. I'll bet whoever wrote it is a dried-up old maid who'd run a mile if a man ever even looked at her.
So that's your opinion, is it?
It sure is.
You know, I once had the idea the girl in that book was warm and beautiful and courageous. But yes, I guess you're right, cowboy.
Alpha Junction.
Well, here where I get off. Looks like we're at the crossroads, kitten. How did it go in the novel?
One road led to John and dull security, and the other to...
You see?
Thank you, Mr. Gardner, but I'm still going to Kansas City. Oh, how long does the train stop here?
About 10 minutes.
Well, then I'll have time to send a telegram to my Aunt Clara.
And if you'll excuse me, I have to see the conductor about switching off my private car. I'll see you in the station.
Sure, see you in the station, Mr. Gardner.
Oh, Joe. Joe, come here a minute.
Well, Mr. Gardner, got you here on time like I promised.
Fine trip, Joe. Little present for you.
$100? Well, thanks.
I'd like to ask you something, Joe. Your usual stop here is 10 minutes, isn't it?
That's right.
I'd consider it a personal favor, Joe, if you took this train out of here in, say, 2 minutes. Think you can do
I
that?
can do most anything for $100, Mr. Gardner. She'll be down the road in 2 minutes flat.
Thanks, Joe.
Sure looks like it, ma'am.
Oh, station master, I was told the train would be here for 10 minutes.
So was I, ma'am. Appears to me we've been misinformed.
Oh, when's the next train to Kansas City?
3 days.
Oh, Christmas.
Howdy.
We've missed our train.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what are you grinning at?
Well, it's none of my business, but I believe you're happy about it.
Well, why on earth should I be happy?
Him?
Why, you...
He was right, you know. A lot more exciting here than in Kansas City. Yep. I believe we're going to like it here.
You know, I believe I am happy. Why, I actually believe I am.
Sure you are. Lucky you left your luggage in Gardner's car. Come on, we'll pick it up.
Well, please don't bother about me, Mr.
Summers, Dan Summers.
Summers. I can look out for myself beautifully.
Well, my granny always said next to eating peas with a sharp knife ain't nothing so risky as a pretty girl looking out for herself.
Your granny and I don't agree. Oh, there he is now. Mr. Gardner.
My kitten, what happened?
The most terrible thing. The train went off and just left me here.
Us here. I think that's wonderful. I was hoping that would happen.
But what'll I do?
Yeah, what'll we do?
Don't worry about it, kitten. And don't you either, cowboy. Cherokee.
Yeah, boss.
Crank that automobile and let's go.
Is it safe?
Runs like a deer. Come on.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Summers.
Goodbye. Thanks, Mr. Gardner. I'll see you around.
Most people do. Goodbye.
Will you please take me to the hotel, Mr. Gardner?
Sure, I live there. And until that train comes in for Kansas City, kitten, you're going to school.
I don't go to school. I teach school.
This isn't Claiborne. Here you go to school. And the teacher's name is James E. Gardner.
Well, honey, how do you like the room?
Lovely, Miss Baxter. Thank you.
Say, what brought you here anyway?
I was bored, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Just off the farm?
School teacher.
Come again?
School teacher.
Oh, that's what I thought you said. Now, right there down the hall is Jim Gardner's room. Like to see it?
What?
Well, honey, I don't get it.
Well, neither did Mr. Gardner until I slapped his face.
You slapped Jim Gardner's face?
I most certainly did.
Oh, honey, that's the best news in years. I got to hear this from the beginning.
Well, there's nothing to tell. I met him on the train, and then when I missed my other train, I just came here.
And he still goes for you?
If you mean did he bring me here, yes.
I'll be darned.
Confidentially, I'm glad I missed the train, but I wouldn't want him to think I'm the sort of a girl who'd let herself be glad and not have a chaperone.
Well, you got one. Meet a new member of your family, Aunt Bessie.
Oh, Bessie, you're wonderful.
You're crazy about the big guy, ain't you?
No, he's exactly like that wonderful Roger Hale in my book.
You wrote a book?
Why, certainly.
Good glory.
In my book, Roger leads Julie into a new world filled with exciting adventure.
And they got married, lived happily ever after?
Of course.
Well, you got the right idea, honey. But when you're shooting for orange blossoms with Jim Gardner, you're playing for the highest stakes there is.
Well, that's what he told me to do. Oh, where'd he go?
Down the cellar in the bathtub room. Him and a young fella. Like for you to meet him. Dan Summers.
Oh, I know Mr. Summers, too.
You do?
Surely.
Oh, honey, you're either the smartest or the dumbest school teacher I ever met up with.
Little Joe the Wrangler, he'll never wrangle more. His days with the remuda, they are done. 'Twas a year ago, last April, that he joined
Hey,
the outfit
you!
here.
You behind the petition. Is that you, cowboy?
That's right, Mr. Gardner. That sure feels good, huh?
Yeah, you sing pretty nice, too.
Thanks. Ain't finished her yet. Next morning, just at sunup, we found where Rocket fell. Down in a washout 20 feet below. Beneath his horse, mashed to a pulp, his fur had rung the knell. for our little Texas stray, poor Angler Joe. Kind of sad, ain't it?
I rather liked it.
Thanks. The steers always liked it, too.
Cherokee,
Yeah, boss?
come here. Scrub my back. Say, cowboy,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you $200.
To scrub your back?
No, to leave town.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but then I like you. I like you so much that I'm paying you to get out instead of having you thrown out.
You are, huh?
Yeah, is it a deal? You see, I don't like competition in oil wells or ladies.
Oh, I don't think you have any competition. I'll think about your offer, though.
Just make sure your mind's made up by the time you're dressed.
They'd driven to Red River, and the weather had been fine. They were camped down on the south side.
Hey, what do you mean putting on boss clothes? Hey, take 'em off clothes.
What's the idea, cowboy, stealing my clothes?
Well, I figure you'd give me $200, and, well, I thought that was a little too much, and so I'm getting your clothes and settled for them.
Are you going to take them off, or does Cherokee take over?
Well, I sure like these clothes, Mr. Gardner.
Go to work, Cherokee.
Sure, boss. Don't make trouble, cowboy. Don't want bullet hole in boss clothes.
Put down that gun, Injun.
No, put down gun. You put down clothes.
Okay. I guess you win. You want his gun, Mr. Gardner?
No. You want a job?
Yeah.
You got one. I overestimated Cherokee. He's fired. You're my new bodyguard.
Oh, these clothes go with it?
Okay.
Then I'm hired. So long as I don't have to wash your back.
The first thing for you to do is find Miss Allen. Tell her I'll meet her tonight at 8 o'clock.
Right. 8 o'clock. We'll be waiting for her, won't we?
In just a few moments, Mr. DeMille presents Martha Scott, Roy Rogers, and Albert Decker in Act Two of In Old Oklahoma. And now, it's teenage business.
Why, Ellen, you look lovely. What have you been doing to your skin?
Oh, thank you, Mary. It does seem to work, doesn't it?
What seems to work? Don't be tantalizing.
Why, those beauty facials I've been taking like mad, of course. You said...
Of course I did. I said your skin looks divine. What I want to know is, silly, what beauty facials?
Oh, of course. I forgot you weren't taking them. But you really should, you know.
Of course I should. Now, please tell me what beauty facials. Do they cost much? How long do they take? How long before my skin will look as lovely as yours?
Rita Hayworth takes them.
Loretta Young takes them.
Betty Grable takes them.
Veronica Lake, Rosalind Russell, Dorothy Lamour.
Practically every star in Hollywood. 9 out of 10 of them.
Because they get results. Really make skin lovelier in a short time.
Why doesn't somebody hurry and say what beauty facials? Do they cost much? Where do I get the things I need? How long do they take?
Hollywood beauty facials, the Lux soap facials that really make skin more beautiful, are inexpensive, quick, and easy to take.
Just cover your face generously with a rich Lux soap lather. Work it in gently but thoroughly. Rinse with warm water and splash with cold. Pat with a nice soft towel to dry. Your skin feels better already.
Recent tests proved that regular facials with Lux toilet soap improved actually 3 out of 4 complexions. This mild white soap with active lather really does things for the skin. It's on the shopping list of lovely women everywhere.
In New York, in Alabama.
In Texas, in Oregon.
In Hollywood. 9 out of 10 screen stars use it.
Why don't you ask your dealer for Hollywood's beauty soap? If he's temporarily out of stock due to wartime conditions, he's sure to have more soon. Remember, Lux toilet soap is worth waiting for.
Is it just me, or is there more acting in the commercials than there is in the play? In Old Oklahoma, released in 1943, starring John Wayne and Martha Scott, nominated for 2 Academy Awards, one for musical score, the other for sound recording, and others in the cast included Gabby Hayes, Marjorie Rambeau, Dale Evans, we've heard of her, Cindy Blackmer as Teddy Roosevelt, and Paul Fix. The movie did very good at the box office. It took in $2.5 million, which for wartime wasn't bad at all. Though there was a lawsuit, the screenwriter's ex-husband, William Rankin, let's see, the screenwriter was, what was the screenwriter? Here it is. This is what happens when I don't read ahead on some of this stuff. Eleanor Griffin. Well, Eleanor Griffin, the screenwriter's ex-husband, William Rankin, later launched a $115,000 lawsuit against the screenwriters and Republic Pictures, alleging the script included elements in 3 original scripts of his that he submitted to Republic Pictures: Indian Territory, Gasoline War, and Fire in Heaven. He alleged the writers were hired to combine his scripts into the story of In Oklahoma, but that he got no compensation. All right, there you go. That's some of the story of the In Oklahoma. We'll continue with the second act of In Oklahoma, starring Roy Rogers and Martha Scott in this Lux Radio Theater adaptation from 82 years ago, March 13th, 1944, when Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues.
Do you know how old the school building in your community is? If it's over 25 years old, the chances are that it's woefully inadequate. Join with the groups in your community working for better school conditions. Remember, better schools build a stronger America.
Now we return to the Lux Radio Theater 82 years ago, March 13th, 1944.
Now, our producer, Mr. DeMille.
Act 2 of In Old Oklahoma, starring Martha Scott as Kathy, Roy Rogers as Dan Summers, and Albert Decker as Jim Gardner. Catherine Allen is determined to leave for Kansas City in 3 days. But secretly, she is equally determined to make those 3 days unforgettable. A conviction ardently shared by Jim Gardner. Jim gets off to a perfect start by taking the righteous little schoolteacher to her first cabaret. But at the table for 2, a third party is waiting for them. Jim's new bodyguard, Dan Summers, is taking his job very seriously.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Summers.
Say, Mr. Gardner, this is sure someplace.
Nothing better this side of Chicago. I ought to know I own it. You can run along now, Summers.
But I got to look out for your interest, boss. If I'm going to be your bodyguard, I figure that, well, I got to guard your body.
Go on, get out.
You mean you want me to go?
Definitely.
Okay, I can take a hint.
Jim, maybe he should stay.
Now, what on earth?
Well, she means that a man like you, Mr. Gardner, who's made so much money so quickly is, well, you're apt to have a few enemies.
A few? I've got dozens. Now get.
Okay, I'm getting. Good night.
Good night.
Well, kitten, like to dance before the champagne comes?
Champagne? Oh, Christmas.
That's just what I'm going to make these 3 days for you, honey. One long and beautiful Christmas.
I hear bells ringing already, Jim, without the champagne.
That Jim Gardner sure can pick 'em. My. Regular lollapalooza.
That's Dana Summers. Yo-ho!
Oh, Dalton, how are you?
Dana, where have you been?
Oh, down around Cuba, Philippines.
Smelled oil all the way down there, did you?
Oil? Oil don't interest me, Dalton.
Hey, what you looking at? Oh, Gardner's got a new gal, huh?
Yeah. Well, what's up, Dalton? I've been hearing rumors that you're getting kind of soft-hearted.
Yeah? Who started that?
Don't know, but there's a real charitable act you could do for me.
Well, you know me, Daniel.
Well, I sure wish I was sitting at Jim Gardner's table right now.
Yeah?
You see, I'm Jim's new bodyguard, and I figure if someone was to attack him, and I should save his life, well, I figure that...
Leave it to me and my boy, son. Just leave it to me.
The waiter just brought the champagne, kitten. We'll finish the dance later,
And flowers. Oh, Jim.
They're not going to look like much when you're next to them, honey.
It's another word.
All right, Gardner, all right. You've been asking for this, now you're going to get it.
Jim.
What are you talking about, Dalton?
You're a double-crossing liar and a cheap crook.
He's not cheap. Drop that gun, Dalton. I'd sure hate to drill you in the back.
Now, you keep out of this, cowboy.
I said drop that gun. That's better. Gardner may be a fast-talking floor-flusher, but nobody's going to kill him when I'm around.
Well, I guess you win, cowboy.
Desperate, Blackie.
Uh-huh.
Get this man out of here.
Come along, Dalton. We got law and order here, and we mean to enforce it. Get going.
Yes, I guess you got me, boys. I don't know what come over me.
Hey, start the music and get back to your tables, folks, and let's have a good time.
Jim, he might have killed you.
I don't understand it. I always played ball with the Daltons.
I tried to warn you, Mr. Gardner, but you're too trusting. I tell you, this ain't no easy job I walked into. Let's sit down, huh?
Yeah, but this is my chair. Sit over there.
Well, I couldn't do that. You might get attacked again. And my granny always says it's impolite to shoot across a lady.
All right, Summers. As long as you're here, we may as well talk business. Tomorrow afternoon, we're driving out to the Indian reservation.
Good. I got some friends out there I'd like to see again.
The richest oil lands in Oklahoma, owned by those Indians. I want to buy them.
They'll be glad to sell them, Jim. Surely they're not worth anything to the Indians.
Brush up on your sign language, kitten. Maybe you can convince him of that.
Have you seen the government man yet? The engine agent?
You mean Mason?
Yeah. He's sure a square shooter, Mr. Gardner.
What are you trying to say? That I'm not? I've spoken to Mason, and we're not going to have any trouble.
Well, still, I think we ought to keep Miss Allen at home. Oh, I don't mean there'd be any danger. It's just that Indians don't fancy ladies hanging around when they're talking business.
Oh, well, I guess you can sit in the automobile, kitten, while we do the palavering.
Of course, if it'll make Mr. Summers happy.
Too bad, though. I figured our powwow might be pretty interesting to a writer.
Who's the writer?
Miss Allen. I think you were reading her book on the train.
You mean A Woman Dares?
That's right, Mr. Summers. Remember? A dried-up old maid who'd run a mile if a man even looked at her?
Oh.
Better find a doctor, Summers.
Doctor?
Yeah. Looks to me like you've been clawed by a baby wildcat.
Remember this man, Big Tree? Daniel Summers?
Where have you been?
In the Army, Big Tree. But I think I'll be sticking around now for a while.
That's good, Dan. Leave your home. Not good, leave home.
And this is Jim Gardner, Big Tree, big white chief of Sapulpa.
He asked for powwow?
That's right, Big Tree. I want to be your friend.
He your friend, Dan?
Sure, him like Big Wind. He speaks grass, trees, rabbits, everything goes. Big man, powerful.
Why, Chief? Speak.
Well, Big Tree, your tribe owns much land. This land has only trees and rocks. Hunting here is no good anymore. Buffalo gone now. Your sons will be poor and hungry. I want to buy that land from you.
If land no good, why you won't buy?
Because I want to get what is under the land. Oil. Make big pile of money.
And my people, what they get?
Money, too. From every dollar I make, I'll give your people 12.5 cents. It's like this, Big Tree.
I know. If we sell you land, my people get every day $1,000.
That's it, from land that is worthless to you now.
Dan, what do you say?
I'd just soon keep quiet, Big Tree.
Go ahead and tell him, Daniel.
Well, Big Tree, I think you'd be suckers.
Suckers?
A sucker's what a squirrel is when he lets a woodpecker steal the nuts he's stored up for the winter.
My friend has spoken. Mason.
Yes?
Powwow over. I no sign paper with White Chief.
That's great work, cowboy. What the devil do you expect to get out of this?
Not a raise in pay.
I sign paper with Don Summer. Yeah, Dan?
No, Big Tree, I ain't in the oil business.
You bet you're not. This doesn't settle a thing. I'm going to get the oil that's on this land.
That's enough, Jim. Guess we'd better be going.
I'm going. I'm going straight to Washington.
Wait for me.
I'm driving to Sapulpa in my automobile. It's about 20 miles. And if you want to get back, try crawling on your belly.
I'm terribly sorry you lost the Indian land, Jim.
Oh, but I haven't lost it, kitten. I'll go direct to Washington. I get what I want.
Day after tomorrow, I'll be on that train, too, won't I?
That's right.
I do hope my ticket's correct. Do you think it is?
Well, let's stop here a minute, and I'll take a look at it.
Here. Oh, it'd be awful if I were left behind again, wouldn't it?
Sure would, kitten.
But, Jim, you're tearing up my ticket.
Oh, you didn't really think I'd let you get away from me, did you?
I wasn't sure.
I'm crazy about you, and you know it.
Oh, Jim.
Last time I did that, you slapped me. Sorry about the ticket?
If you hadn't torn it up, I would have.
On my train, you don't need tickets. I'm the conductor and the engineer. And I'll take you to all the places you've ever dreamed of.
I don't care whether we go to the moon or stay right here. As long as we're always together, Jim.
Always, kitten? That's a pretty long time.
Forever, darling.
You know, I've got an idea you're going to interest me for quite a while. But wherever that place is along the line and you get tired of the scenery, just jump off.
Is that the way we travel?
The only way I ever travel. I promise you won't be the loser.
I'm sure I won't be the loser, Jim. Because I'm getting off right here.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Jim. I guess we sort of misunderstood each other.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Goodbye.
Oh, but you can't walk back to town.
I wouldn't bet any money on that if I were you.
All right, then walk. And when you reach Sapulpa, you'll know where to find me.
She's held my hand and knows my brand. Still I don't see. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Borrowed this horse and buggy out there from the Indians. Come on, get in.
No, thank you.
Well, you mind if I drive alongside you?
It's a free road, isn't it?
Yep. Mighty lonesome one, too. Oh, well. I've learned a lot about women from a certain girl I know. She's held my hand and knows my brand. Still I don't seem to have a show. Now I've been on the level and know the golden rule, but she keeps on acting like an army mule. I've learned a lot about women. If women are all like you, keep on a-walking. If women are all like you. Boots, boots, pick 'em up and lay 'em down. Boots, boots, marching into town. Hold your pretty chin up and keep on hiking, sister, 'cause your little tootsies are heading for a blister. I've learned a lot about women. If women are all like you, I'll take the army. If women are all like you. Boy, I sure can sing awful pretty, huh?
I wouldn't know. I wasn't listening.
Well, what are you doing alone way out here? It's going to be dark in a few minutes.
What does it look like I'm doing?
Wandering around out here ain't exactly safe, you know.
I've told you before I can take care of myself.
Well, you better keep an eye out for rattlesnakes and wolves and skunks. Oh, well, come on, horse. Get on it. Get up.
Oh, Dan! Dan! Mr. Summers, wait for me! It's a wolf!
Thanks, old coyote. Whoa, boy. Oh.
Oh, I've changed my mind.
I was hoping you would. Get in. Can I help you?
Oh, thank you. Dan,
That's better. What?
Jim told me the Indians offered you the oil lease.
Yep.
What are you going to do about it?
Nothing.
That's what I thought.
Why?
Well, with those Indian lands, you could really do something worthwhile.
Well, I never gave it much thought one way or the other.
You want to be a cowboy all your life? Don't you realize you could be big, bigger than anyone around here?
Look, little lady, would you be satisfied if I just went back and punched Jim Gardner right in the nose? Women. Come on, horse, get on into town.
I really do.
There he is! Daniel, come on in here!
Hey, what in dickens is this?
Daniel, you're gonna make us all rich.
Look, Desperate, I just come back from the Indian reservation. Now, what are you talking about?
Son, let me shake the hand that shook Sapulpa. We heard all about it, and we want you to take the oil lease with the Indians. The whole town's backing you against Jim Gardner.
Well, I said I didn't want it, and that still goes.
You're the only one the Indians are leased to.
But don't you see, after what I told Big Tree, if I went and took the lease now, it'd be kind of like double-crossing Gardner.
Gardner does everything legal, Daniel, that's true. But he's taught us that a man can cheat and lie and still be legal. And we're getting sick and tired of him making money off on our oil lands.
Yeah, but drilling oil wells takes money, and lots of it.
And that's what we're trying to tell you, Dan. We raised the money.
Us little fellas, Daniel. It'll be us and the Indians instead of Gardner. What do you say?
Don't let us down, Summers.
But sure, we got some rights.
No, I just ain't the man for the deal.
Of course you are.
Huh?
Well, I know this is none of my business, but you're just the man. Jim Gardner says he'll get the Indian lands, and he's going to Washington to do it. Well, if he can, you can. And if you don't think anything of yourself, Dan Summers, think of these people. If you work those lands, you'll give us all a chance. Well, we can lick that Jim Gardner to a frazzle.
Well, I know how you folks feel, and I'd like to please you, but still, I gotta sleep on the proposition for a
Well,
while.
that's good enough for me. Inside, everybody. Drinks on the house and dance until midnight. Come here, girl.
Yes?
Ain't you taking kind of a roundabout trip for them orange blossoms, honey?
You won't ask me, Dan. I'll ask you. Will you dance?
Oh, about everything else has happened to me. Come on, we'll dance.
I'm not made of glass, you know.
Huh?
I won't break.
Oh, this better?
Much.
Well, I'm warning you, my feet ain't half as light as my head.
You're a fine dancer, Dan.
Yes, Summers. You seem to understand all about dancing.
Oh, hello, Mr. Gardner.
But this is to warn you to stay out of things you don't understand.
Stand back, folks. Give him some air. Stand back. Come on.
Hey, what happened?
Three guesses, son.
Gardner?
Give the gent a cigar. He sure put you to sleep, Dan.
Well, I guess I've slept on that proposition long enough. How do I get to Washington?
We pause now for station identification. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System. After a brief intermission, Mr. DeMille returns with Roy Rogers, Martha Scott, and Albert Decker for Act 3 of In Old Oklahoma. And now, there's a little conference going on between two young war workers who share an apartment.
It's my turn to do the marketing this week, Marion. Just check the list, though, will you?
Let's see. Oranges, bread, coffee, eggs, toilet soap. Oh, Janie, dear, do me a special favor, won't you, and get some Lux?
Oh, sure. But isn't that soap in the bathroom all right?
Oh, it's all right, but it isn't super the way Lux is. I want a soap for my bath that really lathers.
We know what Marion means. Sometimes it seems like hard work to coax lather out of soap. It seems a little bit like this, in fact. But now, unwrap a smooth white cake of Lux toilet soap. In a jiffy. As soon as you touch it to water, you get a quick, creamy lather like this.
That wonderful creamy Lux lather is one reason why so many Hollywood stars use their complexion soap as a bath soap, too.
Lovely women everywhere say a Lux soap beauty bath whisks away every trace of the day's dust and dirt. Leaves skin fresh, really sweet.
It's nice to know that active lather makes you really sure of daintiness. And I love the delicate fragrance Lux soap leaves on my skin.
A bath soap that's luxurious, but thrifty, too. Lux toilet soap is hard milled. That means you can use it down to the thinnest sliver. It's patriotic not to waste soap now, you know. So here's another thrift tip. Always put your Lux toilet soap in a soap dish that's dry.
We'll have the conclusion of the Lux Radio Theater production of In Oklahoma from 82 years ago, March 13th, 1944, when Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues in a moment.
Alert Americans will heed history's lessons. Throughout history, surprise has had a leading role in military disasters. Today, an enemy capable of surprise air attack could leave chaos in his wake. That's why you should be in the Civilian Ground Observer Corps, volunteering a few hours a week to guard our skies. Be a ground observer. Contact your local civilian defense office.
Now the conclusion of the Lux Radio Theater, March 13th, 1944, 82 years ago today.
And now, Mr. DeMille returns to the microphone.
We'll have a chat with a cowboy and a lady after the play. But now we raise the curtain on the third act of In Old Oklahoma, starring Roy Rogers, Martha Scott, and Albert Decker. Several weeks have gone by since Kathy's plea and Jim Gardner's fists swept Dan Summers into the oil business. Back from Washington, both men impatiently await the government's decision. It arrives in Sapulpa in the form of two identical telegrams, one to Dan and one to Albert Fenton, Jim Gardner's lawyer.
They turned you down, Jim. They turned you down.
Read me the last of that telegram again.
This grant to Daniel Summers shall be null and void unless a minimum of 10,000 gallons of oil are delivered to the refinery at Tulsa, Oklahoma by next August 31st. If these conditions are not met, the leasing rights will be awarded to James E. Gardner. Well, there it is, Jim.
Yeah.
It's perfectly obvious why we lost out. Summers agreeing to give the Indians 50% of the profits.
Oh, calm down, Fenton. That's his privilege. Besides, the telegram gives him only 4 months.
Well, that's what he asked for in Washington, 4 months.
And that's where he made his mistake. It just can't be done in 4 months.
Let's play it safe, Jim. Let's make certain he fails.
No. I'm giving him the same chance the government's giving him, and I can't lose.
Daniel, we've hit it.
Let's see.
There, smell this sand.
It's gas fumes, all right.
And that means oil, gusher.
It means we've won.
Sure it does, Daniel. Today's only August the 8th. That gives us 3 whole weeks to pipe it into Tulsa.
Well, we're celebrating tonight, Desperate. Now get on into town. Bessie promised she'd come out here and feed us the best dinner in Sapulpa the day we hit oil. Guess Miss Al would be kind of interested in the news, too.
Hey, look, Daniel. Ain't that Indian who used to work for Gardner?
Yeah. You looking for somebody, Cherokee?
Look for you. One job.
Mosey on, Desperate. I'll take care of him.
Yeah, see you later, Daniel.
Right. Why don't you ask your old boss for a job, Cherokee?
Gardner, bad man. You good man. You work for Indian, I work for you.
You really serious about working?
Sure. Me good work.
Well, let's see how good you are unloading these barrels. Get busy and we'll talk later.
Sure, boss. Thanks.
All right, Daniel. I've just done my chore. Now get a hold of that there guitar and give us a song. Come on. Come on, Daniel.
I'm a holding up the fried chicken till you do, Dan.
Well, I can't let my boys starve. They call this one When My Blue Moon Turns to Gold. Memories that linger in my heart. Memories that make my heart grow cold. But someday they'll live again, sweetheart. And my blue moon again will turn to gold. When my blue moon turns to gold again, when the rainbow turns the clouds away, when my blue moon turns to gold again, you'll be back in my arms to stay. The lips that used to thrill me so, your kisses were meant for only me. In my dreams they live again, sweetheart, and my golden moon is just a memory. When my blue moon turns to gold again, when the rainbow turns the clouds away, when my blue moon turns to gold again, you'll be back in my arms to stay. Kathy.
Oh, Dan, it's so wonderful.
Kind of unbelievable. Here, I got something for you, Kathy. A bottle of sand.
Oil sand.
It's really a bottle full of rainbows.
I always make a wish when I see a rainbow. I'll make one for both of us. Do you mind?
Any way you want it, that's the way I want it.
Hadn't we better go get Bessie some help?
Well, I was hoping we could talk.
You never talk, Dan.
Well, that's because my granny always says the second fiddler's got to wait his turn before he can sing out good and loud.
Dan, if you'd made the wish, what would it have been?
Well, you know that bend in the river where the cottonwoods are?
Uh-huh.
I'd build me a house right there.
I didn't know you ever thought of such things.
Oh, I thought about them ever since I was a kid. Smoke coming out of the chimney, horses in the corral, and the best herd of cattle in Oklahoma. But now that I'm pretty near a dashing tycoon, things will be different. Bigger house, more cattle, and a fancy stable instead of that old pole corral.
Is that all you want?
Well, what else is there?
Oh, Dan, if I were going to be a dashing tycoon, I'd be dashing. I'd have automobiles and private railroad cars, and if I found someone I wanted, I'd sweep her right off her feet. I'd take her with me right to the end of the line.
You would, huh?
I most certainly would. Oh. Why, Dan.
You know, I'm going to like this dashing tycoon business. Kathy, I sure would like to kiss you again.
Get back, Captain! Get back!
Dan!
There goes our oil well, Captain! There goes our rainbow!
Dan, look at the flames! 2 men, they'll burn to death!
Send for a doctor, quick! I'm going to get them out of there!
What are you trying to tell me, Cherokee, that you did it?
Sure. Use dynamite. Everything blow up. Oil well derrick. All gone.
You thought I'd like that?
You. I know like cowboy. You know like cowboy.
Now I get old job back, huh?
You crazy fool, I ought to... Who is it?
Please let me in, Jim. I've got to...
Just a minute, kitten. Cherokee, get inside there. Hurry.
Sure.
Jim, Dan's on his way here. Someone blew up our well.
I had nothing to do with it, kitten.
2 men were killed, Jim.
And you rushed here to warn me. Thanks. But don't worry, there won't be any more killing.
Oh, you've beaten us. And now you've got to stop things before they get any worse.
You know, you're more attractive than ever, kitten.
Oh, Jim, stop. Let go of me.
Where's Cherokee?
Better get out of here, cowboy.
Where's he, Cappy? Where's Cherokee?
I don't know, Dan. There's no one else here.
I saw him come up. I want that Indian, Gardner. Wilkins and Todd are dead, and that's going to be paid for if I have to tear you and the whole town apart.
Dan, look out!
So he wasn't here, Kathy.
Dan,
Gardner, there's only one thing more I want from you. There's a chance we can still operate if I can get hold of a portable oil rig. I'm going to borrow yours.
Why don't you go out and take it?
That's just what I'm going to do. But first I'm telling the sheriff why I killed your pet rattlesnake. What are you going to tell him?
That you killed Cherokee in self-defense. The same thing I'm going to tell him about you if I find you on my property.
Dan, I must talk to you.
Why? It's pretty plain you picked the side of the fence you like. Well, stay there. How's it going, Desperate?
She's going good, Daniel. We'll hit that oil again any minute. Say, you never did tell me how you got this here portable rig. It's Gardner's, ain't it?
Yeah, I started a prairie fire.
Dan!
Yeah!
Dan! Gardner's coming. Him and about 50 men. We're getting our rifles.
Any fight will be between Gardner and me. Get back to the rig and be ready to cap the guts.
Okay, Dan.
Hello, Summers. I don't suppose you heard about the prairie fire over at my field last night.
Put her out?
Yeah. When the boys got back, my portable rig was missing. Same rig you're using now.
You don't say.
All right, men, take down the rig.
Get away from that rig. Turn around, Gardner. Look over there at the top of that hill.
Oh, yeah, I see.
There's about 300 engines up there, Gardner. All I have to do is fire a shot, and they start closing in.
Well, I guess we've had a ride out here for nothing.
All right, boys, the rig stays put.
That's better. But I'm staying a while, cowboy. Stealing a rig is against the law. And I mean to pound that law into your thick head.
You put me to sleep once, Gardner. Here's your chance to do it again.
What in tarnation's holding Gardner up? Holding Summers up. Make him holler calf rope, Daniel.
Keep the men on that rig.
Here's the piece of Jim. Look, he's come in. I got you. Biggest doctor that ever hit Oklahoma. Not the fight, Daniel. We got work to do.
Had enough, Gardner? You can't fight when it's raining oil.
I'm just calling this round one.
Call it anything you want. Shut her up, boys, and cap her down.
Now that you've got your oil, how are you going to get 10,000 gallons to Tulsa?
Through the pipeline.
Yeah, but I just bought the pipeline. You can keep the rig, cowboy. And thanks for the gusher. Let's go, boys.
I thought everything bad that could happen has happened, and now this.
Well, we're going to get this oil to Tulsa, Desperate. We'll do it with wagons.
Daniel, it just can't be done.
Round up every horse and every man you can. Get grub. Telegraph relay stations and dig up everything on wheels that'll carry oil.
But there ain't half a dozen of them old tanker wagons fit to use.
Then we'll build them. There's lumber, there's tar, and there's tonight. Hurry up, Desperate. We still got a chance.
Grub's ready, Dan. Coffee and sandwiches. Bessie's putting it on the wagon.
How do you know?
Because I've been helping her, that's why.
You asked. Who asked you to help? Jim Gardner?
There are times when I wish I was a man, Dan Summers, and this is one of them. Why, I ought...
You picked your own pasture, didn't you?
I didn't pick anything. You just took it for granted.
I just heard what you said, Daniel. And if we wasn't ready to roll, I'd horsewhip you.
I doubt if it'd do any good, Desperate.
Yeah. Will I see you at the relay station, Kathy?
I'll be there, Desperate. Good luck. Good luck, Dan.
We'll line up every wagon there is, Desperate. Single file and close together.
Told you a minute ago we was all ready.
Well, what are you waiting for? All right, boys, climb on your wagon. I don't have to tell you what it means that we reach Tulsa by 6 o'clock tonight. That's the time the refinery closes. Just do your best and remember Sam Wilkins and Johnny Todd. All right, boys, let them roll!
Look, Jim, Summers must have 40, 50 wagons out there.
Yeah, Summers did his job well. How well did you do yours?
We've got 10 of our men spotted in among his wagons. That means at least 10 of those wagons will never reach Tulsa.
That's not enough.
I know it, but in about 20 minutes they'll be right at the mouth of this canyon. And that's as close to Tulsa as they'll ever get. I borrowed an idea from Summers. This. Prairie fire.
Somebody once said you got to fight fire with fire. Good work, Fenton. Give me a handful of those matches.
Dan, we thought you'd never get here. What in tarnation happened to you?
Prairie fire, mouth of the canyon. Get busy, Desperate, and get those canes painted.
And you got through?
Well, we're here, Bessie. We left 4 of the wagons and some of Gardner's men back in the canyon.
Cassie, have you seen...
Yeah, he's here.
Dan, you're hurt. You're burned. Come on over to this chuck wagon. Maybe I can help you.
If you want to help me, just stay out of my way.
Hey, you junkhead. You've been riding upside down?
Well, I just wish some people learned to keep their mouths shut.
Well, that's what we promised her we'd do. And that's what caused this trouble.
Bessie, please.
You thought she went to warn Gardner the day our gusher was dynamited. Well, you lop-eared mule, it was you she was thinking about. Trying to keep you out of trouble.
It's all right, Bessie. Just been a little mixed up.
Yeah, yes, I am. I'm plenty mixed.
It's about time you start unraveling.
I'm sorry, Kathy. Awful sorry.
Let's not talk about that, Dan. Let's talk about that bend in the river. Those cottonwoods.
You remember that?
Of course I remember. And the house in the pole corral.
Yeah. Boys here say Gardner's in Tulsa. That means he'll be helping Witherspoon close them gates right on the dot of 6.
Hey, did I hear the name Witherspoon? Charlie Witherspoon?
He's superintendent of the refinery at Tulsa.
And he's the one who's going to close them gates?
That's right.
Oh, over my dead body, and it ain't dead yet. Come on, honey. You and me has work to do. Where's my buggy?
Goodbye, Dan. See you in Tulsa.
At 6 o'clock. All right, Desperate. Let's get rolling.
Don't you think we ought to wait till they hitch the horses?
Huh? Oh, yes.
Go right in, Mr. Gardner. Mr. Witherspoon's expecting.
Thanks.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Gardner. Say, pretty nearly 5 o'clock. Looks like you'll get those Indian lands.
It's all over but the celebrating, Charlie. Come on, get your hat.
Oh, you can't leave until closing time, Mr. Gardner.
That's right, Charlie. Stick to your principles. But at least you can have a drink with me, can't you? I brought along something very special.
Nice.
You know, Charlie, I got some big plans for the future. And you're in them, Charlie, because I like a man with principles.
You mean that, Mr. Gardner?
I always say what I mean. Well, let's drink to the future.
To the future and the Indian land.
Charlie, take another drink.
Sure, Jim. But I just about drunk out of the whole bottle already.
I'm going to buy out this refinery soon, and you and I are going to go a long ways together.
Long way, Jim.
Look at your watch, Charlie.
Why, it's 6 o'clock.
Come on, lock up, Charlie, and we'll paint the town.
Ready to loose this comb.
Charlie Witherspoon.
Huh? It's Bessie.
Oh, Charlie, how are you? Hiya,
Bessie Baxter.
Well, don't cry, Charlie.
Oh, I'm just glad to see you, Bessie.
Meet my friend, Kathy Allen.
How do you do, Mr. Witherspoon? And Jim Gardner.
Charlie, I don't like to interrupt this little reunion, but it's after 6.
That's right. Wait here where the ladies not close up. I'll be right back, and we'll all celebrate.
Charlie, that's just what you told me 15 years ago, and you never come back. This time I'm going with you.
Aren't you going to congratulate me, Kitten?
Before the fight's over.
The fight is over. The cowboy was licked before he started. Oh, look, honey, you and I have wasted a lot of time. Let's get back on that train. This time we'll go straight to the end of the line with no stopover, except at Niagara Falls. What do you say?
I got off that train a long time ago, Jim. I'm trying to catch a ride on a cowboy's wagon, and here it comes. Look!
Alec!
Yes, Mr. Gardner? Where did Witherspoon go?
He and Miss Baxter left a minute ago.
Where?
Well, she said she was taking them for a buggy ride.
This office still open?
Yes, indeedy. We're open till Mr. Witherspoon gets back.
We got 10,000 gallons of oil here to check in.
Yes, I'll get the full of it.
Dan.
I bet you're going to say you knew all along I'd do it.
Of course I am, and it's true, Dan. So wonderfully true.
Just like in the book, huh?
No, just like in my dreams.
Well, cowboy, you made it. But you can't bring in oil every day with a horse and wagon. Now, I've got a pipeline.
I've got a proposition for you. We'll take it up in my office when I get one.
Why not right now? In there. Witherspoon's office.
Sure. Excuse, will you, Kathy?
Hey, Kathy, where'd Daniel go?
He's in conference with Jim Gardner.
That's the most interesting conference I ever heard.
Well, Dan, what did you decide?
Nothing yet. I presented an idea to Gardner, and he's sleeping on it. I got one to present to you, too, Kathy.
You stop that there, lady, and I'll fill you full of holes.
Oh, put down your gun, Desperate. This idea is about a house by the river.
Oh, well, guess I'll sit down inside and just look at Gardner.
We could put on an extra room, Dan.
Huh? Why?
So your granny could come and live with us?
Oh, just one catch to that.
What?
I never had a granny in my life. You see, she was only a
Poetic license?
Yeah, you know, like they kissed and suddenly the sun and the moon...
And the stars reeled around them. Is that still the silliest thing you ever heard of, Dan?
Yeah, it's a sure right now. Let's find out, huh?
Well, Mr. Summers?
Honey, where can I get one of them licenses?
From old Oklahoma, we turn to present-day Hollywood. And a curtain call for Martha Scott, Roy Rogers, and Albert Decker.
Thank you, Mr. DeMille. It's a pleasure to be back. There was only one disappointment. Roy didn't bring his horse, Trigger.
Well, I'm sorry about that, Martha. Trigger will be mighty pleased to know that you're an admirer of his.
Well, I have a horse too, Roy, but I'm afraid I don't ride as well as you do.
Where did you get acquainted with horses, Roy?
I was raised on a ranch, Albert.
Radio must seem a little tame to a real riding, roping cowboy.
No, I think radio is a wonderful thing. Now, look how many people tried Lux because they heard about it on this program.
Well, you've got to remember, Roy, that a lot of women made the same discovery I did, that Lux soap is a grand complexion care. That's why we women keep on using it.
Yeah, but radio's the way they found out. I really owe a lot to radio. A bunch of fellas and I, well, they were all cowboys. We had a band, and we were broadcasting over a little radio station down in New Mexico a few years ago. And one day we happened to mention on the air that, well, some good old home-cooked food would come in mighty handy. As a matter of fact, we weren't eating very regular, and that's when I decided that radio was really wonderful.
Well, did it bring in a few good old New Mexico hamburgers?
It sure did. One girl sent me personally 2 lemon pies. Boy, the kind you really dream about. And then I went around to the house to thank her, and not only was she a good cook, but she was pretty, too. What would you have done, Mr. DeMille?
A beautiful girl who made beautiful lemon pies? If I'd been in your place, Roy, I'd have married her.
That's what I did.
Well, my regards to Mrs. Rogers. And you might tell her I like lemon pies, too.
Yes, sir. Say, what kind of a play do you have next week, Mr. DeMille?
There's a fine drama, Roy, and a 4-star cast. It's the Warner Brothers screenplay, The Hard Way. And our stars will be Francho Tone, Miriam Hopkins, Ann Baxter, and Chester Morris. The Hard Way is a backstage story of the theater. A story of 2 women, sisters. One in search of fame, and one in search of love.
I like the picture very much, CB. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. We certainly struck oil tonight. Our sponsors, the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, join me in inviting you to be with us again next Monday night when the Lux Radio Theater presents Miriam Hopkins, Francho Tone, Chester Morris, and Ann Baxter in The Hard Way. This is Cecil B. DeMille saying good night to you from Hollywood.
Ladies and gentlemen, this month marks the 32nd anniversary of the Campfire Girls. A fitting time for the nation to salute their fine record of service in both war and peace. And here's an important wartime job for every housewife in the land. Save every drop of used fats from your kitchen. Turn them into your butcher. He'll give you 2 meat ration points and 4 cents a pound for them. Remember, those waste fats will be put right to work to make life-saving medicines for our fighting men. Roy Rogers appeared through the courtesy of Republic Pictures and is currently starred in Hands Across the Border. Albert Decker appears through the courtesy of Paramount Pictures, producers of Lady in the Dark. The screenplay in Old Oklahoma, which was heard tonight, has no connection with the Theater Guild's Broadway musical hit, Oklahoma. Heard in tonight's play were Martha Wentworth as Bessie, Jim Nusser as Cherokee, and Stanley Farrar, Eddie Marr, Ken Christie, Bob Haynes, Noreen Gamil, Charles Seal, Horace Murphy, Norman Field, Leo Cleary, and John McIntyre. This program is broadcast to our fighting forces overseas through cooperation with the Armed Forces Radio Service. Our Lux Radio Theater production of In Old Oklahoma has come to you with the good wishes of the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, the beauty care that 9 out of 10 Hollywood stars use to help keep their complexions beautifully clear and smooth. Our music was directed by Louis Silvers, and this is your announcer, John M. Kennedy, reminding you to tune in again next Monday night to hear Francho Tone, Miriam Hopkins, Ann Baxter, and Chester Morris in The Hard Way.
82 years ago, March 13th, 1944, the Lux Radio Theater here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. I just had to replace a mouse during listening to this, so I've still got some things I got to sort out. Let's see. On our Saturday program, we will have comedy with Jack Benny, where it's revealed that he was the Truth or Consequences walking man. My Friend Irma from 1949. And another Lux Radio Theater production, What a Woman, starring Rosalind Russell and Robert Cummings. On Sunday, we'll have Dragnet, Quiet Please, The March of Time, and Escape. On Monday, Mr. Keen, Tracer of Lost Persons, Suspense, Lights Out, and the CBS Radio Workshop, Cops and Robbers. And then on Tuesday, Abbott and Costello, Amos and Andy, Danny Kaye, and the CBS Radio Workshop, the satire, The Endless Road. Coming up Wednesday, we'll hear from Jack Benny again and how Jack met Mary. The Old Gold Comedy Theater, A Lady Takes a Chance, Fibber and Molly. Fibber gets drafted in 1941. Father Knows Best, starring Robert Young. On Thursday, I should say, more Westerns and crime with Red Ryder, Gunsmoke, a Jack Benny episode from 1939 where Jack's sick and Phil Harris takes over. An episode, Buck Harris, go figure, and The Shadow, The Drums of Doom. Then on Friday, we'll have Westerns and more with the Frontier Town, Have Gun Will Travel, an episode of Blum and Abner opens an advice bureau, and yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Saturday Night Matter. That's all coming up the week ahead here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, anytime online at classicradio.stream. You go there and you can support the podcast. Up next, John Dehner, Have Gun Will Travel.
Americans have always been noted for their know-how, and you young men in search of a career, you can put this practical talent to excellent use in one of our nation's many engineering schools. At the present time, we need engineers. We need them to maintain our scientific and engineering superiority. So look to your future, to America's future. Plan now to become an engineer.
It might interest you to know that there was a spin-off of the Dukes of Hazzard called Enos. The deputy in the Dukes of Hazzard, Enos, he moved to L.A. to join the LAPD. Sonny Schroyer played the character of Enos. One reviewer said it was basically Gomer Pyle in a new uniform. Well, now, why am I bringing up a TV show and an old radio show? And it only ran from November of 1980 to May of 1981. Well, the reason I bring it up is that Enos Strait, Sonny Schroyer, his real name, has answered to a Lieutenant Joseph Brogy. Lieutenant Joseph Brogy was played by John Dehner, which is who we're going to hear now. John Dehner as Paladin in Have Gun Will Travel, and I think you could see where John Dehner could probably do that kind of role very well. This is going back 66 years, March 13th, 1960, the Montana Vendetta.
There's an old Norman law which says the private avenger has been succeeded by the judge. You'd do well to remember that before you decide to take the law into your own hands.
Have Gun Will Travel. Starring Mr. John Dehner as Paladin. San Francisco, 1875. The Carlton Hotel, headquarters of the man called Paladin.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Paladin.
Good morning, hey boy.
You go out early.
Yes, indeed. Nothing like a brisk walk before breakfast.
Yes, sir. Very nice day.
Oh, yes. Warm sunshine. It's delightful. The years at the spring and days at the morn.
Excuse me, Mr.
Mornings
Paladin.
at 7.
You forgot to pick up mail last night. But this letter come for you.
Oh, thank you, hey boy. From Sid Muller, Beaver Fork, Montana. Let's see. Dear Mr. Paladin, your reputation for taking hold of a situation has reached this town, and I would very like... Hey, boy.
Yes, sir?
This Sid Muller says he needs my services, wants me to get up there to Beaver Fork as soon as possible. So will you go down to the hotel basement where my trunk is stored and dig out that winter clothing we just packed away?
Oh, yes, sir. Too bad you had to leave when we have such a nice day in San Francisco.
Yes, hey, boy. Oh, well. Mr. Muller enclosed a very handsome check.
Constipation can be a problem for anyone, even doctors. And when constipation occurs, it's interesting to see just what doctors consider important about a laxative they might use or recommend. Well, a majority of the doctors we heard from had this to say.
A laxative should be effective, gentle, close to natural acting. A medicine that can be used with complete confidence.
Now, X-Lax has been popular with many doctors and millions of people over the years because chocolated X-Lax is effective. Overnight, it helps you toward your normal regularity. X-Lax is so gentle, so close to natural acting, there's no upset. That's why many doctors and millions of people use X-Lax with complete confidence. X-Lax, the laxative that helps you toward your normal regularity, gently, overnight.
For most of the country, the year was at the spring, but northern Montana was having a late winter. I reached the settlement just 20 miles from Beaver Fork when a blizzard hit. The storm raged for 10 days, and when the sky finally cleared, the snow was piled in roof-high drifts, and the roads were 8 feet under. I had found Mrs. Abbott's boarding house, home cooking, clean beds, reasonably comfortable, and my fellow lodgers were quite pleasant.
Good morning, Paladin.
Morning.
Hey, where do you think you're going all rigged up like that?
I'm leaving, old-timer. I've already wasted too much time.
Oh, now looky here. You ain't aiming to take out over that mountain, are you?
I have to. I should have been in Beaver Fork over 2 weeks ago.
Well, it must be important if it can't wait till the trail clears up.
A man sent for me, Sid Muller. Said you know him?
Sure, I know Sid. Know the rest of the bunch, too. There's 4 Mullers up this way. They ain't been in these parts long, about a year, maybe.
Oh? Well, he said he needed me.
Have you bothered to take a good look at the snow hanging on them peaks?
Well, there's lots of it.
Yeah, just like it was in 59. Oh, Big Jiggers, I'll never forget that.
What happened?
Avalanche.
Oh.
Biggest avalanche ever heard of in these parts.
Well, I'll just have to take my chances. Bye, old-timer. I followed the floor of a wide, white valley for several miles, then turned toward the mountain. A hunter passed me, his rifle slung easy across his arm. He smiled, waved, and went on, and I started the climb. Halfway up the slope, I stopped to rest on a narrow ledge. Below me, on the flat land, I could see the hunter, and apparently he had spotted his quarry, for he raised the rifle to his shoulder and fired. I looked up ahead to see if he had made his kill. The body of a man lay sprawled in the snow. And then it came, like a whisper at first, and a slow, almost gentle movement, and then a low rumble that built to a deafening roar, and a great white cloud that moved toward me and met me.
Here, let's see if you can swallow a little more of this rot gut.
Rot gut is right.
Discriminating man. I like that. Sorry, but it's the best I can do at the moment. You better lie back.
Yeah, I think I will.
Well, looks like you're going to make it after all. I was doubtful for a while there.
Mountain fell on me. Takes a little time.
It's all right. Take all the time you want.
Hey, where am I? What is this place here?
An abandoned sheep herder's cabin. I found it holed up here during the storm. My name's Daniel Carr.
Did you dig me out of that snow?
A handful at a time. You were under there 3 hours.
3 hours?
You fell by a boulder, created an air pocket. That's how you managed to survive.
Usually one slide will start another. You were risking your life to rescue me.
Perhaps.
Well, how did you get me here?
I carried you. You're quite a load.
Why did you do it?
Well, after all, I realized it was the reverberation from my shot that caused the slide. I felt responsible.
No, but why did you take the trouble to save me? I saw you deliberately shoot a man.
I know. But you see, when I mean for my gun to kill a man, I'll point it at him, take aim, and pull the trigger.
Didn't it occur to you that I am the only witness to the murder you committed?
Well, that's true, of course. But that's beside the point.
Well, much obliged.
No, don't mention it. Now, I'll see if I can rustle you a bite to eat.
Talk about best-selling records. Here's a familiar tune about America's best-selling filter cigarette, Winston. Do-do, 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 do-do-do. Winston gives you real flavor, full, rich tobacco flavor. And you know, that's because only Winston has filter blend up front. Choice, flavorful tobaccos, specially selected and specially processed for filter smoking. No wonder Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should. Smoke Winston.
I recovered from the shock and exposure in a couple of days. But it developed I had a badly wrenched knee and couldn't walk. I was helpless and became further indebted to Daniel Carr for excellent care, and I must admit, As pleasant a companion as I enjoyed in some time.
Now, wait. The queen takes the rook.
Yes, but the other white rook takes the queen. See?
But the interposition of the knight then postpones the mate. Only one more move.
No. Well, someday when we have a chessboard and pieces, I'll show you.
All right. I'll be looking forward to that. Doggone.
What's the matter?
Looks like I'm out of tobacco.
Oh, well, hand me my rucksack.
Here.
Ought to be an extra can of tobacco in here.
How's the leg feel today?
Oh, it's much better.
Good.
Guess I'll have to face up to the fact I have a job to do.
Yes, I will too.
Where's that tobacco? Oh, yeah. Here it is.
Good.
Keep it.
Oh, thanks. Oh, here, this letter fell out of the sack.
From the man I have business with in Beaver Fork, Sid Muller.
That's the man I have business with.
Oh?
He's next on my list.
List?
To kill.
Why?
I haven't asked you any questions, Paladin.
Yeah, that's right, but does Sid Muller know he's on your list?
I think he does.
Well, Daniel, I think it's only fair to tell you. My gun is for hire. Now, Muller sent for me, probably to protect him from you.
And perhaps we'll meet again. I sort of hated to say goodbye anyway. It's been very pleasant.
Are you leaving?
I made my plans this morning, as soon as I saw you could get around. So I'd better get started, especially if you're going to be working for Muller. I'd hate to have to point my gun at you, Paladin. And I would, you know, if you got in the way of the job I have to do. Well, so long. Thanks again for the tobacco.
Thank you for saving my life.
It was a pleasure.
For 3 days in a row, I tried to work my way down the trail from the cabin to the valley. And each time my knee gave way and I had to give up and crawl back over the hard-packed snow. But on the 4th day, I made it. It was bitterly cold and an icy wind was blowing. But I saw that the roads had been cleared, and I decided that my best bet was to return to the settlement and get a horse. I had gone only a short distance when I saw a wagon coming toward me.
Ho there, ho. Well, Paladin.
Hey, old-timer.
Lordy, man, I never figured to see you again till the spring thaw.
Yeah?
I was thinking you was stretched out stiff onto that hunk of snow that come down off the mountain.
As a matter of fact, I was, briefly. Yeah.
Oh.
Mind if I climb up there with you?
No, come on.
All right.
There, and get one of them there blankets wrapped around you.
Yeah.
Aye, this here's a real snapper.
It sure is. Say, where are you headed, old-timer?
Beaver Fork. Come on, get up. Yep. I'm the bearer of pretty darn disconcerting tidings.
Yeah?
Yep. After the slide, we was all out there pulling around the snow looking for you. And out in the valley there, we come across Abe Muller, rifle shot.
Abe Muller?
Yeah, that's Sid's brother. Well, 3-4 days ago, Franklin, that's another brother, started over from Beaver Fork to pick up the remains. He had to wait till the road was clear, you see. Well, he never showed up. 'Cause why? He was found this morning.
Rifle shot?
Yep. Looks like somebody's setting out to exterminate the Muller boys. Yep. Looks like a real blood feud.
A blood feud? Hey, wait a minute. Old-timer, where were the Mullers located before they came to Montana?
Well, they've always been kind of tight-mouthed about themselves, but I always figured it was Texas.
Oh, sure. Dalby County. Judge Orrin Carr. Daniel Carr.
I don't seem to follow you, Paladin.
Judge Carr was an Easterner, appointed by the president to preside over the court in Dalby County, and the first case that came up before him was a murder charge against a man named Muller.
Yeah?
He was found guilty, and Carr sentenced him to be hanged. The day the sentence was carried out, 5 men broke into the judge's house and strung him up by the neck from the rafters.
What'd they do to the varmints?
Nothing, but everyone knew that the 5 lynchers were Muller's sons.
You mean you think these here Mullers are the same ones?
And as I recall, several months later, the oldest Muller boy was ambushed. Yeah, that must have been when the others left Dalby and came up here. Daniel Carr. Judge Carr's son, of course.
The judge's son? What are you saying, Paladin?
I'll explain later, old-timer. Let's get a move on.
All right. Get up there. Come on. Come on, get it.
Dandruff bothers most men, most women too. So listen. Today you can get rid of embarrassing dandruff in just 3 minutes. Yes, with Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo, unsightly dandruff's gone in 3 minutes. It's the quickest, easiest of all leading shampoos. That's not all. Using Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep embarrassing dandruff away. Simply apply in the unique Fitch manner. Before you wet hair, rub in 1 minute. This way, Fitch shampoo penetrates right down to the scalp. Next, add water. Lather 1 minute to wash every trace of dandruff out of your hair. Then rinse 1 minute. All that loosened dandruff goes down the drain. In 3 minutes with Fitch, 1 rubbing, 1 lathering, 1 rinsing, dandruff's gone. And never forget, gentle Fitch can also leave your hair up to 35% brighter. To get rid of dandruff problems forever, brighten hair too, use Fitch regularly. Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo today, only 59 cents.
We didn't move quite fast enough. When we reached Beaver Fork, we found a crowd gathered around a blanket-wrapped body hanging over the back of a prospector's mule. It was Vernon Muller. He'd been ambushed.
This here's getting pretty scary, Paladin.
I agree. Is Sid in this crowd here?
Yeah, that's him over there in the red Mackinaw.
Sid Muller?
Yeah, who are you?
My name is Paladin.
Paladin. Fine time for you to be showing up.
Yeah, I know.
You're too late to be of help to me.
That's why I want to return this check to you. Here. Now, Sid, your brother Franklin was found this morning.
Frank?
He's been shot. He's dead.
Frank, too. You hear that, men? Frank got it, too. I tell you, there ain't nobody safe while that crazy killer's running loose.
Sid, the only life in danger now is yours. You better get to the sheriff and ask for protection till the man can be found and brought to justice.
Justice? Look, Paladin, we'll see that he's brought to justice, just don't you worry. Fellas, the prospector that brought in Vernon here says there were some tracks out there in the snow. We gotta get us some hounds and go after that crazy killer. And when we get him, we string him up. Come on, fellas!
Them fellas is real worked up, Paladin.
Yeah, I think maybe I know where Daniel's headed. I've got to get to him before that mob does.
You're so all-fired concerned about this feller, you'd think he was beholden to him.
Old-timer, I'm beholden to him for my life. Daniel? Daniel, let me in.
You're working for Muller now, Paladin. This time my gun is pointed at you.
I'm not working for Muller anymore. I want to talk to you, Daniel.
I hope you don't mind. I'm going to keep my rifle on you.
Go right ahead.
Come in. Close the door.
Daniel, they're coming for you. A crazy mob.
Sid Muller with him?
Yeah.
Good. I've been waiting to get to him.
You can't stay here.
I'm not going to move until I kill Sid Muller.
Daniel, you're an intelligent man. What do you mean by this vendetta?
Paladin, my father sat as a duly appointed judge. In the case of the state of Texas versus Lee Muller, he gave an honest and impartial judgment based on the laws of our land.
So the Mullers took the law into their own hands and killed your father. Now you've taken the law into your hands to kill the Mullers. Where does it end?
Doesn't matter.
There's still time, Daniel. Give yourself up to the law. Tell your side of the story.
No, Paladin, I have a job to do.
Look, they're on their way. They're coming for you.
I'm staying here. And don't interfere.
Daniel, listen to me.
Stay back.
No.
I won't pull this trigger, but I...
Daniel,
Sorry, Paladin.
Paladin. Hey, Paladin.
Oh, hello, old-timer.
Well, it's about time. You sure must have got yourself a good whack on the head.
He hit me with a rifle butt.
I thought you'd never coming to.
Yeah, Yeah, wait. The mob.
Oh, they done their dirty work and gone already.
What happened?
Well, that bunch, I was trailing along with them. We got to this here place, and this fella, well, nobody's expecting it. He just steps out big as life. Somehow he got a bead on Sid, and just pointed his gun, took aim, and pulled the trigger. Sid just dropped. And then that crazy mob, they had the rope all ready, and well, Paladin, it sure wasn't pretty.
Daniel was determined to end it, and I couldn't stop him. Terrible waste, old-timer.
Munch, munch, munch a bunch of Fritos corn chips.
And since Fritos corn chips are fresh as spring itself, it seemed appropriate to give you a springtime gift. So Fritos have attached a free package of flower seeds on their large bags as their salute to spring. There's nothing for you to mail in. Just buy a large bag of Fritos, and there, right on the bag, is your free package of flower seeds. They're the finest seeds you could get anywhere, genuine burpee seeds. And there are 3 varieties, beautiful zinnias, snapdragons, or petunias. Get yours, while they last, free flower seeds on the large bags of Fritos corn chips.
Munch, munch, munch a bunch of Fritos corn chips. It's not polite to smack your lips, but you can't help it with Fritos corn chips. Munch, munch, munch a bunch of Fritos corn chips.
Come in. Oh, hello, Miss Wong.
Oh, ready to clean room, Mr. Paladin. Oh, my. What's all this?
Oh, some clothing, Miss Wong, winter clothing.
Oh.
Hey, boy is going to put it in my trunk in the basement. And then he's going to push the trunk away over in the corner. We won't be needing it again for a long time.
Oh, yes, sir.
Mais où sont les neiges d'antan?
What's that, Mr. Paladin?
Oh, François Villon is translated by Rossetti. But where are the snows of yesteryear? And I was just thinking.
Oh, yes, sir.
I don't care where are the snows of yesteryear. I don't care where are the snows of this year. I don't care where are the snows of next year. Only wherever they are, that's where I don't want to be.
Oh, yes, sir.
Hello, I'm Burgess Meredith. Did you know there are over 3 million persons in America who are hard of hearing and not doing anything about it? Maybe you or some member of your family is hard of hearing. Well, fortunately, I've never had this problem. Some of my friends and family have. Now, a few years ago, your excuse might have been that you didn't want to wear a bulky hearing aid. But today, it's a different story. I've just seen the new Super 60 hearing glasses developed by Mako Electronics. If I hadn't known they were hearing glasses, I would have guessed them to be regular eyeglasses. It's a wonderful way for any hard-of-hearing person to conceal a hearing loss. There are styles for both men and women. For an interesting free booklet on hearing glasses for yourself or a friend, stop in at Mako or write to Hearing Glasses, CBS, 485 Madison Avenue, New York. Don't wait until your hearing gets worse. It may be too late. Send for your booklet today. Write CBS, 485 Madison Avenue, New York.
Have Gun, Will Travel. Created by Herb Meadow and Sam Rolfe, is produced and directed in Hollywood by Frank Paris and stars John Dehner as Paladin, with Ben Wright as Hey Boy and Virginia Gregg as Miss Wong. Tonight's story was specially written for Have Gun, Will Travel by Ann Dowd. Featured in the cast were Ralph Moody, Paul Dubov, and Barney Phillips. This is Hugh Douglas inviting you to join us again next week when CBS Radio presents Have Gun, Will Travel.
And there you have it. Have a Gun Will Travel, 66 years ago, March 13th, 1960. Does it say something that Have a Gun Will Travel on radio had a more satisfying conclusion than the television show? At least it did have an ending. All right, Reed Hadley up next as we see what's going on in Frontier Town with Chad Remington.
Driving tonight? Then remember this. Most highway deaths are caused by two temptations, to cut out of line and to go too fast. Crossing the center line of the road is more dangerous than you realize. Statistics prove it. Excessive speed is just as dangerous as officials say. You can predict your own impulses, but you can never predict the other drivers when driving tonight. Drive cautiously, please.
What's really funny with all the Bruce Ellis shows is that they always had two people playing the lead role. And halfway through the series, they would always switch. Frontier Town started out with Jeff Chandler as the star, as billed as Tex Chandler. And toward the end of the series, the last half, Reed Hadley, who was better known as The Adventures of Red Ryder and other shows. So, it was very interesting substitutions. And why Bruce Ellis did this with almost all of his shows, I don't know. But we'll hear Reed Hadley here, Frontier Town, 73 years ago, March 13th, 1953, the case of Oliver Baldwin.
Frontier Town, the saga of the Roaring West. Frontier Town. El Paso, Cheyenne, Calgary, Tombstone. Frontier Town. Here is the adventurous story of the early West, the tamed and the untamed. From the Pecos to Powder River, Dodge City to Poker Flat. These are the towns they fought to live in and lived to fight for. Teeming crucibles of pioneer freedom. Frontier Town!
Howdy. Chad Remington's the name. Chad Remington from Dos Rios in the Rocky Mountain country, where I'm sort of, I guess you'd call me a frontier town lawyer. Strange things happen out on the frontier, and as a result, strange things happen to me. Mighty strange things. But the frontier being what it is, always changing and always moving, and with the people who drift into it and across it, we've got just about as much law as the law allows. To show you what I mean, let's take what seemed to be a pretty cut-and-dried case that was brought to me just a matter of a few weeks ago. And I guess the best way to tell you about it is to tell you what happened, or what I suppose happened before they sent for me. Now, it all took place in the town of Rock Springs, about 40, 50 miles from Dos Rios, and concerned a cattle rancher by the name of Oliver Baldwin and his daughter Dixie.
By criminy, Dixie, you're just wasting your breath arguing with me. I know what I'm doing. And I'm a-telling you that I'm going down to Delahanty's store and tell him off proper.
But, Daddy, maybe you did make a mistake when you wrote that deed out for him. Maybe you just thought you wrote it out for 300 acres. You might have put an extra zero on it without realizing it.
The only mistake I made was in dealing with that unprincipled, no-good varmint in the first place. I know what I wrote in that deed, and it was just 300 acres and not 3,000.
Well, if you're positive he changed the 300 to 3,000, you still shouldn't take the law into your own hands.
Who said anything about taking the law into my own hands? I'm just going down to Delahanty's store and give him 24 hours to change that deed back to 300 acres or suffer the consequences. And while I'm in town, I'm sending a telegram over to Dos Rios to that lawyer over there, Chad Remington.
Well, that's a relief.
Because if Delahanty's going to try any crooked stuff on me, I'm a-getting a lawyer and throwing him and his whole kit and caboodle right smack into jail.
Well, Oliver Baldwin was as good as his word. He hitched a team to his buckboard and drove from the 2-Bar-S into Rock Springs to call on Cy Delahanty at the little store Delahanty had recently opened in the town. And while he was on the trail to Rock Springs, Oliver Baldwin was the subject of a conversation Delahanty was having with his assistant, Prod Stevens.
Look, Mr. Delahanty, I know I work for you, but you ain't been in Rock Springs long enough to know about these things. And I'm telling you, Oliver Baldwin is a regular catamount when he gets riled.
You don't say so, Prod. The old gentleman looks so gentle. You'd think butter wouldn't melt in his mouth.
Talk about the devil. Here comes Baldwin now.
Let me handle him. Morning, Oliver.
Don't you go Oliver and me, Delahanty.
No, don't tell me just because you made a perfectly understandable mistake in filling out my deed that you're going to hold it against me.
Delahanty, I know you ain't been out west long enough to understand us, folks, but them smooth city ways yours don't go out here. We got our own way of handling crooks.
Prod, I think you better show the gentleman to the door. And don't be too polite about it.
Yeah, all right. Come on, Mr.
You
Baldwin.
lay a hand
Come
on me
now.
and I'll
You
show...
numbskull, let that gun alone. Let go of that gun or...
Mr. Baldwin, you pulled a gun, acted like a complete nitwit, and ruined a $200 mirror. Now get out before I lose my temper completely.
If that gunslinger of yours didn't have my 45, I'd show you. But I'm a-getting a lawyer down here, Delahanty, and when he comes, you'll be lucky if you just end up in jail.
So, he's sending for help, is he? Well, the only kind of help he's going to need is the help of 6 pallbearers. Prod.
Yeah, boss?
Get that rifle out of the back room. You and I are riding out on the trail, making sure that Mr. Baldwin never gets back home.
Well, Oliver Baldwin stopped long enough in Rock Springs before heading home to send me a telegram. So enlisting the company and assistance of Cherokee O'Bannon, the ex-medicine man who now owns the Dos Rios livery stable, we lost no time in setting out for Rock Springs and plowing up the dust to the 2-Bar-S ranch house.
This is quite an establishment Mr. Baldwin has over here, Chad.
Yep, and from all appearances, Oliver Baldwin seems to be one of the few really prosperous ranchers.
You suppose he might be able to pay you a sizable fee, counselor?
What do you call a sizable fee? $10 for me and 10 quarts of whiskey for you?
Oh, sizable fee should be $20. Oh, quarts.
Yes.
Oh, I'm Chad Remington, and this is Mr. O'Bannon. Is Mr. Baldwin home?
Come in, won't you? I'm Dixie Baldwin. My father was dry gulched last night.
He was...
Dry gulched? Who was the unprincipled culprit who dared to...
Hold it, Cherokee. This is no time to ask questions. If Miss Dixie feels like talking, she'll tell us all that's necessary to know.
Oh, what is it to tell you? I knew before my father left for town that he'd never come back.
Why do you say that?
Because he went in to see Cy Delahanty with blood in his eye.
Cy Delahanty. Who's he?
A double-crossing, sheep-stealing Jasper who just opened a store in town. Oh, I know I can't prove it, but I'm positive that Delahanty did it.
Why do you say that, miss? Had he threatened your father?
I don't know. But Daddy threatened him plenty. You see, Delahanty moved to Rock Springs from Springfield a few months ago. He opened a store and then started looking around for some ranch land he could buy.
Well, that explains part of your father's telegram about a forged deed.
He sold Delahanty 300 acres. When the deed was filed, it read 3,000.
I see. But you said your father was dry gulched. And if he went into Delahanty's store to threaten him,
Of course. You didn't think Delahanty would do what he did in his own store, do you? With that kind, they just wait.
Shall I open the door for you, Miss Dixie?
Well, yes, if you... Well, I recognize his rig outside. That must be Delahanty at the door now.
Now, wait a minute, Miss Dixie. I think Cherokee and I had better go into the kitchen while he's here.
You mean you don't want to meet Delahanty?
No, I don't. Not just yet.
Well, you're going to be a fine lot of help, you are.
Now, wait a minute. I only want to... you'd better let him in. I'll explain my reasons to you later. All right, come on, Cherokee.
Good afternoon, Miss Baldwin. May I come in?
Yes, as long as you're here.
I heard about your father.
Not really.
A week ago, I'd have felt sorry for your father and for you. But since he made his attitude very apparent yesterday, I'll just make this a business call. Save myself the trouble of coming to see you again.
Save me the trouble of seeing you again.
Your father told you he sold me only 300 acres, didn't he?
That's all he did sell you.
Fortunately, that part is past argument. When he came in to see me yesterday, he asked me to promise that I wouldn't tell you about this. Here.
A bill of sale for 100 head of cattle.
A bill of sale for 100 head of cattle. You didn't think I was going to buy 3,000 acres of land and raise jackrabbits on it, did you? I bought a ranch from your father. A ranch with cattle on it.
You... Mr. Delahanty, I want to tell you something I'm sure you already know. This is nothing but forgery. You copied my father's signature from the original deed.
How very, very clever of me. Of course, you can prove that statement.
I'm giving you 3 to get out of here.
No sense in reaching for that rifle, young lady. Now that I've told you the facts, I'm going. But I'll be back Monday to take over my 3,000 acres and the cattle along with it. Good day, Miss Baldwin. And don't expect me at your father's funeral.
Mr. Remington!
There's a fine, high-class gentleman. Miss Dixie, do you believe your father did sell him the cattle?
For $1,100?
I'm forced to agree with the young lady, Chad.
So am I, Cherokee. But that doesn't mean a judge and 12 men on a jury would. No, the first thing for us to do, if Miss Dixie feels up to it, is to ride into town and call on the sheriff.
Sheriff, you can't really mean that.
Allow that I do, Miss Dixie. Guessing's one thing, proving's another.
And how are you going to prove a thing like forgery when even you admit you couldn't tell if it's your father's signature or not?
Well, if either of you think I'm going to be robbed of my ranch and my stock, you've certainly got another thing coming.
Miss Dixie, the law is the law.
Isn't that consoling? But if that is the law, then maybe I'd better make a few laws of my own.
Now, Dixie, you're not going to get any place acting this way.
And as far as you're concerned, Mr. Remington, remember, I didn't ask you to come down here. And if my father had known as much about you as I do now, I don't think he would have either.
And now, Frontier Town.
Well, as I said before, a cut-and-dried case doesn't always turn out to be just that. And not only was it a back-breaking job trying to prove anything on Cy Delahanty, but Dixie Baldwin's sudden attitude of bitterness was making my task no easier. After Dixie's display of temper at the sheriff's office, the O'Bannon and I, somewhat grimly, I admit, remounted our horses and rode back to the 2-Bar S Ranch. When we got there, we found that Dixie, having seen us coming, had gone into her bedroom and bolted the door, leaving us with a bit of egg on our faces. Not much to do and a good deal to talk about.
Chad, you know I'm not a man who likes propriety. But I want to go on record as saying Miss Baldwin is perhaps the most pig-headed filly I've ever seen. And one of the most pulchritudinous, I might add. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, a fine lot of good her pulchritude is doing us while she's locked up in her room.
And it has certain advantages at that, Chad. For example, since she is not out here to play hostess, I could look through the kitchen cupboards to see if I could locate any refreshment.
Not on your tin type. This is one time you need a clear head.
Counselor, my head is clear as a bell.
Yes, and probably twice as empty.
Of course. It's absolutely twice it. What was that again?
Look, O'Bannon, there's only one thing for us to do. We've got to induce Miss Dixie to come out and listen to reason. And there are no two ways about that.
If I know women, and I do, she's not coming out.
Dixie? Dixie, can you hear me? I want to talk to you.
You're just wasting your breath, my boy.
Doggone it, Dixie. Will you stop acting like a spoiled child and come out here?
I'm certainly not coming out. And if you're even half a gentleman, you'll pack up and clear out of here.
Now, your father telegraphed me to come out here and, well, he needed some help. And if you...
Fine lot of help you are. Unless you mean you want to help Delahanty.
Why, you ungrateful little vixen. Now, you either open that door or someone's going to have to buy you a new one.
You try breaking this door down and you're going to get a load of buckshot.
All right. Now, Cherokee, that excess beef of yours is good for something. Come on, help me bust this door down.
Only too glad to oblige, Counselor.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Two big, strong men, eh? Well, do you think you're big enough to swallow lead?
You wouldn't dare pull that trigger. Your bluff is just like your temper, all on the surface. And for your information, I'm not leaving Rock Springs yet.
And for your information, I don't care what you do as long as you get out of my house.
Fair enough. That's a bargain. All right, come on, Cherokee. We got a bit of riding to do and fast. We did have a bit of riding to do. We rode back to town and made tracks for Delahanty's General Store, where we called on Mr. Delahanty himself in mighty short order.
Yeah, I've heard about you, Remington.
And I've heard about you, too, Delahanty.
Well, if I were you, I wouldn't believe all I hear.
Sorry, but what I heard about you, I've got to believe.
A really smart man wouldn't.
You talk as if I came here to make trouble for you. I didn't. So I'm putting all my cards on the table. Oliver Baldwin sent for me. When I got here, he was dead. And in my humble opinion, that daughter of Baldwin's is a double-dyed, self-willed little fool.
Oh? Is she?
Now, after talking to the sheriff, I'm sure of it. Now, look. Baldwin was supposed to pay me $500 for coming here. And it looks as if I'm not going to get it. So I thought maybe I could get part of it by making a deal with you.
A deal, huh? Well, keep talking.
Well, the sheriff says there's no question in his mind that you bought and paid for 100 head of 2 Barres cattle. And since you're a merchant and not a cattleman, I'd like to make a deal to round up and brand that cattle for you.
Wish I could believe you, Remington.
Why shouldn't you believe me? I own a ranch of my own, and I'm telling you that rounding up and branding takes an expert.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, if O'Bannon and I could do the job for you and collect $100, well, we'll at least have made expenses and not leave Rock Springs total losers.
Good grief, man. What have you got to lose? Besides, you can ride along with us and make sure you're getting what you paid for.
That's right at that. All right, boys, you can start the roundup and branding tomorrow morning. And Prod and I will be right on hand to watch you.
Dixie, won't you even give me a chance to explain?
Don't you think you've explained enough? You're going to do exactly what my father wanted you down here for. To help Delahanty take possession of 3,000 acres and 100 head of cattle he never paid for.
My dear lady, Chad's got a good reason for doing it. And if he'd only stop to think of the time of the year it is, you'd get some ideas why we...
If you'd only stop trying to alibi yourselves, maybe we'd all be a lot happier. Let me tell you both this much. I'm going to pay you back someday and show the world what a pair of double-dealing, low-down, backbiting snakes you two really are. Since that's all I have to say to you, you can get out of here now and not show your faces again till it's time for your roundup.
All right, Cherokee. Dab a loop on that yearling and haul it over here to the fire. We're all ready to brand.
Right you are, Chad.
Are you sure this brand design will be all right for you, Mr. Delahanty?
Sure, if you say so. It's easy to put on those steers.
Oh, it's very little trouble. And the design, a triangle cross, is unusual. You won't find it twice within 1,000 miles of here.
Chad, this adolescent bull mine is not taking too kindly to the idea of branding. Now, who's going to hold and who's going to brand?
I'd better ear the calf down, Cherokee. You look almost worn out already.
The only reason I look worn out is I am worn out.
Did you ever see a branding before, Mr. Delahanty?
No, this is my first.
Chad, for mercy's sake, will you stop conversing and toss that calf? The iron is red hot.
Okay, Cherokee. And don't forget the instructions I gave you.
Yes, sir. Once over lightly.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right, Cherokee. Slap on that branding iron. Because once we get this one done, we still got 99 more head that are going to wear the triangle cross. Now, believe me, it was mighty tough work branding 100 steers. But well worth the money Delahanty was supposed to pay us. It was late and dark by the time we'd finished, so we arranged to have Delahanty come back the next morning to cut out his cattle and drive them over to his own acres. But just before Delahanty was due, Cherokee and I paid another call on Dixie Baldwin.
Are you crazy? Why should I go out to the corral while you gloat over delivering 100 head of stolen cattle to Delahanty?
Now, look, young lady. You're coming out to witness the delivery whether you want to or not. So make up your mind to that.
Who do you think you're talking to that way?
I know who I'm talking to. Miss Dixie Baldwin. She's going out to make sure that Delahanty gets only the cattle wearing his own brand.
You can talk all you want to. I'm not going out to the corral.
Now, the heck you're not, young lady. Cherokee, grab her shoulders.
Delighted, my boy.
Now, we're carrying Miss Baldwin to the corral ourselves.
Here goes.
Put me down. No, you stop there. You put me down. No, you leave me alone.
Well, Mr. Delahanty, it's up to you to pick out the cattle wearing your Triangle Cross brand and drive them out of here.
Huh? Triangle Cross brand?
That's your brand, you know.
Why, not one of these cattle are wearing a Triangle Cross.
But they're the same cattle you saw Chad and I brand for you yesterday.
What are you talking about?
Not your cattle. These have got to be your cattle. You left that so-called assistant of yours here, to watch them overnight, didn't you?
We're not magicians, Mr. Delahanty.
I don't know what's going on. There must be some mistake.
Mistake? Oh, there can't possibly be. And what's more, you yourself gave Miss Baldwin a receipt for the 100 head of cattle right after the branding.
Yeah, but these aren't my cattle.
Well, I must admit the 100 head penned up in here are wearing the 2-Bar S brand. Maybe you moved your cattle during the night while we weren't around.
You think I'm crazy or something?
I'm sure I don't know. But since you admit these aren't your cattle here, well, you might just as well be on your way.
Why, you... Remington, I don't know how you did it, but you tricked me.
I did?
And let me tell you this much. You're not going to get away with it.
But maybe I have gotten away with it, Delahanty. It seems to me that you've already signed a receipt for the delivery of your so-called cattle.
Yeah? I'm taking the cattle in this corral anyhow. Pry!
Yeah, boy?
Start driving that 100 head out of here.
My good man, do you intimate that you're going to rustle Miss Baldwin's cattle?
I mean that you're both a couple of thieves. And I'm taking what's rightly mine.
Delahanty, you just made a couple of mistakes. The first mistake was calling me a thief. And the second was...
Chad, look out! Go get him, Counselor!
Try to steal cattle, will you?
Remington, you're nothing but a filthy crook, and
that's one sentence you're not going to finish. When you wake up, we've got another sentence you can finish, which will run about 15 years.
All right, Sheriff, you can come out of those bushes now.
All right, come on, Sheriff. You saw Delahanty try to take 100 head of cattle that weren't wearing his brand. And I know that you know exactly what to do with cattle rustlers.
Chad, I'm not even going to apologize to you for all I said and did.
You sure don't have to, Dixie.
But will you please explain to me how you got away with that hocus pocus when I saw you brand the cattle with Delahanty's brand myself?
Miss, all we did was cold brand that stock.
Huh? Cold brand? Now, just what is a cold brand?
Well, Dixie, I tried to explain it to you yesterday, but you just wouldn't listen. However, a coal brand is a brand which only burns the hair off, doesn't touch the hide. And Delahanty, being an Easterner, didn't know that this time of the year, with the cattle shedding their hair, the burned hair fell out overnight, leaving only the 2-bar S to show through.
And the look on his face when he saw that 2-bar S.
Yeah, that 2-bar is a wonderful brand. Just imagine, 2 bars in place of 1.
What do you mean, Cherokee?
Well, Cherokee's kind of hinting that now that the job's all over and Delahanty's on his way to jail, he'd like a little liquid refreshment.
Oh, well, come on. I've got a bottle of something in the kitchen.
Oh, no, not that.
Oh, what's the matter, Cherokee? You turning down a drink?
Well, last night I got into the kitchen and brought the bottle out. Started to pour a drink in the parlor, but I very quickly gave it up. Too strong for me.
Too strong? You'll have to explain that one to me.
Well, when I poured some in the glass, a few drops of it fell on the maple table in the parlor.
Yes?
And that liquor was so strong, you know what? The bird's eye maple all turned bloodshot.
Frontier Town, starring Reed Hadley and featuring Wade Crosby, is a Bruce Ells production. Story and direction by Paul Franklin. Music written and played by Ivan Ditmars. Be sure to be with us again same time next week for another fine action-adventure story with your favorite young Western star, Reed Hadley. And now this is Bill Foreman to tell you that Frontier Town comes to you from Hollywood.
"73 years ago, March 13th, 1953, Frontier Town here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We'll head for Wistful Vista in a moment. Check in with Fibber and Molly.
This is Debbie Reynolds. If you've been wondering what you can do to fight communism personally from your own home, there is something you can do. Support Radio Free Europe, the station built and financed by the contributions of the American public to the crusade for freedom. Radio Free Europe is one Cold War operation the communists fear and attack constantly. Support Radio Free Europe. Send your truth dollars to Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster.
We'll wrap up this edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with an episode of Fibber McGee and Molly, going back 71 years, March 13th, 1955.
It's time for Fibber McGee and Molly. Sundays through Thursdays, NBC brings you Fibber McGee and Molly transcribed. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Len Levinson and directed by Max Hutto. First, here are some words from our two friends that we'll let you listen in on.
McGee, I watched a little red-haired tyke buying his weekly supply of candy today.
Yeah?
2 cents for licorice whips, a penny for jawbreakers. Oh, he had every one of his pennies carefully accounted for.
Smart kid. Now, when he grows up...
I know. He'll be able to balance his checkbook.
More than that. He'll be able to handle the kind of problem a lot of folks with limited incomes face today. Budgeting for plain, everyday living expenses. And for other important things, too, like life insurance protection.
Well, that's just exactly why the Prudential Insurance Company has those easy-to-budget weekly and monthly premium plans, isn't it?
Yep. With these Prudential policies, folks who have to watch their dollars can make small weekly or monthly payments over the year and still enjoy regular life insurance protection. And for extra protection, these policies have valuable disability and accidental means death benefits.
You can get them for every member of your family in amounts from, a few $100s up to several $1,000s. And to make it really convenient, your Prudential agent calls at your home for the payments.
Yes, and your Prudential agent will be glad to drop around and give you all the details. Just call him.
Mr. McGee of 79 Wistful Vista was appointed a few moments ago to a very important position. He's modestly disclosing the news to a friend right now by phone.
That's right, Docky. They looked all over town for the exact right man to handle an important job like this, and I don't mind telling you they got him. Me.
You?
Yep. From now on, you may address me as Mr. Chairman of the Elks Club Auxiliary Finances Committee. Fatso.
Kind of a long title to address you by. I think I'll just call you Hey Stupid. Because that's how you'll feel when you find out what the job means.
Your jealous sour grapery don't bother me none a bit, Tremble Tummy. Chairman of the Auxiliary Finances Committee means I got charge of the finances of all the auxiliaries, like the Ladies' Auxiliary, the Young People's Auxiliary, and the... Hey, wait a minute, we haven't got any auxiliaries. Well, what does that job mean, Doc?
You'll find out. So long, Ecknud.
Hey, wait a minute. What you mean, Ecknud?
That's dunce, backwards. And if there was ever a backward dunce, it's you.
Don't hang up. Hey, wait,
Now, dearie, what was the good news you yelled upstairs to me a while ago?
Well, by now, I don't know if it's good or bad. Henry Lester, the elk head, or the head elk, phoned a while ago and asked me to be chairman of the new Auxiliary Finances Committee.
Well, congratulations. Sounds wonderful. What does the Auxiliary Finances Committee do?
That's just it. I don't exactly know.
Why don't you call back and find out what the job is?
I'll do better than that, kiddo. I'll drop down there right away and ask Henry Lester in person.
You mean you don't know what the chairman of the Auxiliary Finance Committee does, McGee?
Oh, I got a general idea, of course, Henry. What you want me to do is handle the auxiliary finances. I know that, all right. I just wanted to get the details.
Well, you know we have the regular finance committee to handle dues, assessments, and so forth.
Sure.
But we have another source of cash income that is, too auxiliary to be handled by the main committee, you see?
Oh, sure, yeah.
And that's your job. You're the entire auxiliary finance committee.
Yeah? Well, I'm the whole committee, eh?
And I know you'll do a fine job. Now, here are the keys.
Wow, look at that. There must be 100 of them. Safe deposit boxes, huh? What we got, stocks and bonds, or...?
No. Weighing machines.
How's that?
43-penny weighing machines. Got them scattered all over downtown. Suddenly discovered they haven't been emptied since the last chairman resigned 8 months ago.
You mean I got to gallop all over town milking pennies out of penny scales and...
I know you'll do a fine job, McGee. It's for charity, you know.
Huh?
Just take all the pennies you collect and deposit them in the Third National Bank, the Elks Club Little Shavers Fund.
Little Shavers Fund? What you doing, giving razors to midgets with heavy beards?
No. The Little Shavers Fund is to support our summer camp for underprivileged children. 2 weeks every year to send a group of children to...
Well, you called the right man, Henry. You betcha. If there's any kind of people that I think ought to get sent to the country in the summer, it's kids.
Good.
And if you'll send that kid to Mort Toopsis for a month, I'll even chip in a few pennies because that kid's driving. Well, I'm glad you came along with me, Molly. As this is such a big responsibility, you can maybe be a witness for me.
A witness? You expecting an accident or something?
No, but handling all this money, if anything goes wrong, you can back up my honesty.
I can also help you carry the pennies, which I think you had in mind all the time.
Well, anyhow, here's our first scale, Tootsie.
Good. Do you know where to put the key, I hope? What's the trouble?
Ain't so much where do I put the key, but which key do I put?
Heavenly days, how many do you have there?
About 43. And there are just that many scales. Oh, brother, is this going to be a job? Trying to find which key fits which machine. Well, here goes. No, it's not that one. Not number 2. I think nope, not that one either. Now, that's 4. Only 39 more to go.
There's more fun with the McGees shortly. Carol, Edna, and Hazel. The 3 ruthless hurricanes which wrecked so many homes from South Carolina to Maine last fall will be back. They may not visit the same communities. They may not be named the same. But one thing is certain, we can't stop them when they head our way. We can bar the doors and board up the windows and seek shelter. And there's something else we can do. We can continue our support of the Red Cross, which moves in and helps repair damages in the wake of hurricanes. The homeless are sheltered, the hungry are fed, the sick and injured are hospitalized. Homes are rebuilt and refurnished, livelihoods restored. These things we can do in preparation for the return of other hurricanes. So support the 1955 Red Cross campaign for members and funds. It is your way of telling the distressed they are not alone. You are never alone when you answer the call of humanity. So don't forget the 1955 Red Cross campaign, which is now underway.
Boy, is this a chore. I'm tired.
Yes, if I'd known there was so much walking connected with it, I'd never have worn these high heels. There's your next scale in the doorway there.
Yeah. How many we emptied so far?
About 20.
Ooh, that ain't even half.
My goodness, we must have 50 pounds of pennies in the car, and this shoulder bag of mine is popping its straps again.
Well, as soon as I empty this one, we'll dump them all in the car and move up a couple of blocks. Boy, these scales. Wow. It's filling my hat up and... Whoops! Dropped one. Did you see which way it...
I say, old chap, did you lose this penny? Or is the penny really lost before it stops rolling?
Yes, thank you. It came out of the scale there.
Then I shall put it back. Oh, dear me, I weigh that much? Basil, old boy, you must cut out those rich desserts. Must stop eating desserts in the homes of the rich.
Boy, there's a character. One like I haven't seen in years. To hear him talk, you'd think he just climbed off his polo pony.
Yeah, but to look at him, you'd know he just climbed out from under a freight train in the railroad yards. Will you look at the spats on him, huh?
Oh, here he comes back again.
Oh, I say, my good fellow, you are in charge of the weight-selling machine, are you not?
That's right, Bud. What's the beef?
Oh, no beef whatsoever.
Well, then why'd you come back?
No beef, old chap. Love beef, you know. Have a look here at this bit of a card which came with my weight, huh?
Oh, your fortune. Let's see. Says, you are industrious and thrifty.
Huh?
But you live too Spartan a life. You are due for a big steak dinner tonight.
There you are. In the words of your very own scale, old boy. You do stand back of your predictions, I trust. I didn't invest my money needlessly, did I? What do you plan to do about it, huh?
Oh, now, just a second. That penny belonged to the Elks in the first place, Bud.
Come on, McGee. Lock up the scale and let's go.
Your name is McGee?
Yep.
Any relation to my very good friend, Sir Pilchard McGee, who operates a school of herring off the South Irish coast?
No, and furthermore, I don't believe there is such a person.
Oh, really now? Aren't you being a bit of a skeptic?
Look, we're a little busy here, Buster, so if you don't mind...
Well, if you please, old chap, not Buster. The cognomen is Basil. Prince Basil.
Prince? Ha! Prince of what?
Of Goodfellows, my dear boy.
Oh, no.
Look, Baz, old Prince, cutting the corny cackle, what's your problem? You need a dime for a cup of coffee, maybe?
50 cents would be closer to the mark, don't you think? Inflation, devaluation of the pound, all that sort of thing.
Give him a quarter, dearie. Here, I'll give him one, too.
Okay. Just this once, though.
Thank you. Remind me to return it next time we meet, old boy.
Yeah, just have your secretary mail it to us, Baz.
By the way, will you and your charming lady join me for a spot of Java? As my guests, of course.
Well, this is a brand new experience for me. What do you say, McGee?
That's one way to get part of our money back. Well, lead the way, Your Highness. I could stand a cup of coffee. In fact, I could stand to sit down a while. My feet are yelling their head off. Ah, boy, it's sure good to get home and get my shoes off.
Yes. I still can't get over that hobo treating us to coffee at our own expense.
Yeah, Prince Basil. Boy, was he disappointed when he found out we didn't own all the scales in town.
Well, I'm glad we got them all emptied for the Elks. 43 scales.
Yep.
Hey, we still have to count all these pennies.
Are you kidding? We take them down to old man McDonald at the bank tomorrow morning and deposit the whole sack.
Good idea. Well, this is a nice thing, all right, but I'm glad we're finished. I'm too tired. Oh, dear. Come in.
Hello there, McGee.
Oh, hi, Henry. Come in, come in. Molly, you know Henry Lester, our grand exalted ruler.
Sure. How are you, Mr. Lester?
Oh, fine, Mrs. McGee. Sorry to bother you like this, but...
If it's about the scales, Henry, we did the whole entire job, Molly and me. 6 hours it took us.
Yes, sir.
Got the total amount right there. Must be 100 pounds of pennies. Was that a job?
Yes, I'm sure it was, McGee, but there was a slight oversight on my part.
Huh?
After you left, I found this other bunch of keys.
Huh?
We clear forgot about the 50 scales we have over on the north side of the town.
What?
Oh, no. Well, here we go again.
50 more?
We'll say goodnight to Fibber and Molly in a moment. You have a friend, and a dependable one, too, who's with you right now and all through the busy day. I mean, of course, your radio. A constant companion you can depend upon for the very best in entertainment. In the mornings, there's Mary Margaret McBride, whose informed commentary covers a wide range of fascinating subjects, from world affairs to household hints, items of interest you'll enjoy hearing in the informal Mary Margaret McBride manner. And morning listening also means Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, who answers questions sent in by you listeners and advises on problems important to all of us. Then in the afternoon, dramatic entertainment with your longtime friends like Just Plain Bill, Stella Dallas, and young Widder Brown. And dramatic entertainment of a different sort with a new favorite, the engaging daytime serial Hotel for Pets, an unusual NBC feature with an amusing, refreshing theme. Hear it tomorrow. All these and many more, Monday through Friday on NBC.
50 more machines to empty. Holy smoke.
This committee of yours has turned out to be quite a thing, hasn't it?
Yep. Well, we won't get any pennies collected sitting here talking about it, Molly. I'll back the car out and get started. But there's one thing I'm going to do first. You know it, before I go?
What's that?
Wait till tomorrow. Good night.
Good night, all.
Fibber McGee and Molly is an NBC Radio Network production, transcribed with Bill Thompson as Prince Basil and Arthur Q. Bryan as Dr. Gamble. Joe Granby played Henry. This is John Wald inviting you back tomorrow night for further experiences of Fibber and Molly with the Elks Club Penny Scales. Good night.
El McGee got himself into quite the weighty position, didn't he? Yeah, I went there. 71 years ago, March 13th, 1955, Fibber McGee and Molly here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We will have more comedy tomorrow with an episode of the Lux Radio Theater, What a Woman, starring Rosalind Russell and Robert Cummings, based on a 1943 movie. The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny. The Walking Man turns out to be Jack. My Friend Irma, starring Marie Wilson. Al plans to move west and leave New York City to move to Nebraska. And finally, Fibber and Molly with another quarter hour. We'll see what goes on there. Thanks for being with us on this Friday edition. See you tomorrow for more Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.